Wait, let me check my hair first.
Your hair looks
Yeah,
wonderful,
your hair looks
Neil.
great, man. Did you get a haircut?
Super good. Hair looks
Combed it,
great.
So start.
His little beard. This might be the first time he hasn't had a hat on stream. So
Kind of some GQ going on there.
yeah,
No kidding.
look at
Is it
that. Look at
job
that
interview
thick,
day or something?
that thick, luscious hairline. Yeah. Okay. If I tried to grow it, my hairline stops about here. So.
Well, you know,
All
I'm
right.
only 40. I'm only 40, so I got time to go.
That was at 29. I started shaving my head. I saw my grandpa. I knew it was coming. Fuck it. All
My
right.
grandpa died with a full head of hair.
That's right. All right, everybody, welcome to the stream. This is session 15. Watch for falling meteors, also known as Learn About the Shopkeeper. Looking forward
Also
to.
known as DM Prep is overrated.
Yeah. So I'll let them do the recaps, but just the quick reminders. Every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain, we stream Watch for Falling Meteors, our D&D campaign using 5th edition set in the Mystara world, which, if that sounds familiar, it's the original D&D world for like old school basic D&D. On Fridays, we stream MechWarrior 5 playing badly. And then Mondays are kind of a grab bag. It's DM prep or whatever game I end up playing that night whenever I'm ahead of the campaign. So be sure to tune in. If you like what you're watching, be sure and follow. And that way you get notifications when we go live. So I've got 3 people with no inspiration who would like to give our recap for tonight. I'm gonna roll.
I'll give it.
Okay.
I mean, I have,
Just-
yeah.
I just feel like I would
guess
give
there
other
are 4
some
people.
opportunities. Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we ended up getting on the Swift River, or the river that led out of Penhaligon past Calvin on a very quick boat. We went into the town of Calvin. I believe that's where we went shopping, right?
Spectral
Oh no, we went all
We
the way
picked
down
up
to
somebody from
Spectralorian.
Calvin,
Yeah,
yeah.
we picked up a trader in Calvin, and then we continued on as he regaled us in the things that were going on in the world, and that's when we kind of derailed the DM a little bit by talking to him a little bit too long, perhaps. And we ended up in Spectralorian.
No, I was totally ready to talk to him. I was totally ready to talk to him.
Just not the shopkeep, the numerous shopkeeps.
Yeah, the multiple
bought
shopkeepers who
Spectalorum.
now have families I have to make histories for.
Out of anything that they had magical, we spent quite a bit of time and quite a bit of gold there. Karnan was able to get his armor, his mithril armor, refitted, and we continued on. During our travels on the boat, we were attacked, or attempted to be attacked by some creatures riding sharks, but we
Okay.
managed to scare them off quite easily. There was no encounter, and then we all went to sleep. Well, some of us went to sleep on deck, and they were the first to meet the troll. What is it, a sea troll?
The rock troll.
Rot troll, that's right.
Yep.
They were the first to meet him, and they were the first to go down. When we all finally converged on him, we were able to get the rock troll taken care of, bring our comrades up, and that's where we are.
We
right.
arrived in the Faggy Swamp Delta.
That is correct. Thank you very much, Scott. Inspiration for Weedall.
Yay.
I'm gonna share the map in case anyone doesn't have it up already, and I'm gonna sync the current view. So, yeah, that's where we left off. Everybody's on the boat. The rot troll is dead. It's now steaming and rotting, and even as its dead body is lying there, it's already still decomposing. In a matter of a minute, it's rotted away till it's just a pile of black sludge and bones, and even the bones are starting to darken and crumble. And as it continues, like it slowly starts to evaporate into like a dark, cloudy. It's not like particles. It's like a mist, like a fog, but it's almost ominously thick, and it just kind of lifts like it's almost living, trying to slip over the side of the boat and like drip down to the water. Um,
And did the first mate or whatever see this transformation?
yeah, Secundo's currently running around ordering deckhands to put out the
Small flames that it caused.
the flickering flames that are on the boat. The boat hasn't like full on caught, but
Yeah.
the boat is on fire.
I mean, Busy will help put that out as well.
I can just
Okay.
use thaumaturgy and
Whatever you can, but
Okay, sure. You snuff the flames out. Secundo is not super happy with the fire on the boat, but as he calms a little bit, he recognizes that you guys just took out this giant, horrible beast on the boat, and relaxes a little. Pretty soon, the deckhands and boatswain are emerge onto the up onto the main deck, and they seem dumbfounded. They're just freaked out, like what just happened. The captain comes out. You can see he's like strapping on a rapier, like a bandolier belt. He's kind of situating that and comes out. He's looking around. What happened onto my boat?
Troll.
Had a visitor. It's gone.
Oh, good thing you are here. No trolls come out of the swamp for a long time.
That's twice.
Yes, that's twice. You're right. Oh, well, you're earning your keep.
is this
guess-
journey usually this dangerous?
No, no, never. It's normally you stay close to the shore. Everything's safe.
Curious.
Ooh, I need some rest.
Oh well, yes, you've earned it. You don't look good.
I don't feel good.
Okay. The rest of the evening passes
Well,
fairly uneventfully.
I
but
wanna
if you guys
heal
want to do
Gamelon.
anything, sure.
Well,
Yeah.
let's do a short rest and I can use hit dice.
Yes, I like to heal before we do a short rest, so I can keep that. Oh, I get my spells back on a short rest anyway, so I don't
Oh,
really
well,
care.
knock yourself out then.
Yeah, I've got a potion of greater healing.
Hey, that was
Oh.
better than the double ones.
Yeah, it was.
That was much better. Holy shit.
That was
Favorite
pretty good.
potions.
It definitely got Gamelon feeling better. Karnon's at least alive.
Whoa.
I
Wait,
didn't do
wait.
that right, clearly.
You have to type the number in your modifier window first.
Oh, okay.
I got
I
potions
don't-
if you need one.
I've got
Nah, we don't need
potions.
potions. We don't need to use potions. at
Trying
this
to
point.
remember.
Just
Trying to
click on the
remember what it is.
modifier
It's a
window.
Right,
And
but I'm
then-
trying to remember what it is. It's up to my.
5 times your
It's
level,
your
which is 12.
5
right?
times your level, so you got 20
Gotcha.
at the moment.
Okay.
So you've got 26 wounds.
Might as well do my full lay on hands there. And then.
If we do a short rest, I can pop a hit there.
There you go.
No.
Although you didn't drop it on yourself, but
Ah!
I'll just drag the number. You can drag it
Yeah.
out of chat.
I can
drop
drag
on
it?
yourself. Yeah, after
Okay.
we're done. I just did.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So, anything else, or just finishing the rest through the night?
I'd like to rest.
Okay.
Well,
the-
just a quick
Go-
question. Do we get our spells back after that rest, or was this a punctuated rest, so it's not a full rest?
if you want me to do a short rest, I was just going to finish the long rest you were already in the middle of.
Well, that's the question. Like, I can heal myself with spells, but if we're going to need spells for the tomorrow...
A
we're
long
not.
rest fully heals you anyway.
So, the way it works is a long rest, as long as you're not interrupted for more than... Is it an hour, John? I think it's an hour.
It might be an hour, yeah.
Yeah, as
think
long
it's
as
an
you're
hour.
not interrupted for more than an hour, at the end of 8 hours, you get your long rest. So you guys
Oh.
are 3 or 4 hours from getting a full rest in, where you'll heal to
Oh,
full,
good
you'll
part.
get half your hit dice back, and all of your stuff will recharge.
Roger that.
So I'll just long rest you guys. That'll put you all to full. That'll recycle any abilities you had.
Awesome.
So, morning arrives. As soon as the dawn hits, the crew's all up on the deck and getting the boat underway because they want to get past the swamp as quickly as possible.
I do too now.
Yeah. So, the boat makes its way north along the river, and after about a day's journey, they are on the north side of the Malfegi Swamp, but now like the river is broken away, and so they can actually, the swamp is kind of off. You can see the transition where the foothills start to sink into marsh and eventually into just an overgrown swamp. The next night passes without any real event, and early the next day, the boat arrives in Darrakan, at Darrakan City. So, as you pull up to Darrakan, it's the capital of the Darrakan Republic, and from there, Darrakan itself is an extremely large walled city. It's built right on the river. There's multiple bridges that cross over it, as well as one giant wide bridge that actually is a drawbridge that lifts up so that larger ships can get through if needed. Everything in the Darrakan city seems to be, at least in the part you see, is functional towards trade. The piers here, the river is very deep where the city's built, and there's large piers with cranes that are operated with like winch teams and rope, so that ships can be quickly unloaded and loaded with new goods and moved back and forth. It's no surprise as you just as you watch everything happening in Darrakan, even as you're watching this boat get its catch unloaded. Like, Darrakan is most certainly probably the most powerful merchant force that exists in the known kingdom. This is where their power comes from. This is where their wealth comes from. Just as you're moving off of the ship onto the docks, you just see goods from every nation moving back and forth here. It's just a hub. You are met at the docks by a courier. Well, not really a courier, just like there's a messenger waiting for you, and he informs you that he has an overland trip with a caravan that will be heading northwest through the grasslands and hills. They'll be taking you to the city of Akoros, where you will meet your contact who will take you to Corin Keep. So,
when does the caravan leave?
The caravan's leaving. It's been waiting for you to get here. This is a caravan that actually has some of Jadarin's agents. There's been caravans that go to... Here in Darrakan, there's a caravan of some sort moving almost every day. Today is fortunate because you'll be moving with a large caravan. Normally it would just be a couple wagons. But this is an entire train of 13 wagons and carts with full guard escort. And you'll be taking the short trail up to Akoros, which is another trading city that's on Lake Amsarak itself. So you meet up with the caravan, and it is by the end of the day, you've made really good time. You march a little into dusk, but you reach Akoros by the end of the day, and once you get to Akoros, the messenger directs you to an inn called the Porked Pig. Let's change this one.
Guy loves his pigs.
Yeah. So the Porked Pig is a inn down by the waterfront. Lake Amsarak is an extremely calm lake, very smooth and glassy. It has a little bit of a tide, just like from the inn, and like the inn is almost beachside. You can hear just like a little lapping of the waves. There's definitely a kind of a smell of fish on the water. The Lake Amsarak is heavily fished. There are a few islands out deep in the lake, but it's very large. The lake's probably 40 to 60 miles across in some places. But off on is the messenger's to bringing you up. He's just telling you about the land. Galantry is to your north once you get through the Broken Lands, which are kind of northeast. There is the fabled Otchroagan Plateau is to the southwest of the lake, as well as the World Elevator. He's telling you about how it's one of the more amazing mechanical contraptions to see. Busy, you've heard of it, of the World Elevator, but it's a massive platform that can take a large cart with a horse team up while keeping it level several hundred feet to get to the top of this giant plateau where the Otchroagan clans live. Not a whole lot's known about the Otchroagan clans. Mostly the Bear tribe has some interaction, but they would definitely be considered nomadic barbarians.
Somehow they have an elevator.
Well, the elevator was built by Darrican.
Okay.
Darrican Industry built it, along with some gnomish ingenuity, as well as some dwarven sweat. So
An airship could do that easier. Just saying.
an airship probably could do that easier.
Superior in every way to mechanical elevators.
What do you have to say, Busy?
I mean, airships are a marvel of technology as well.
Yeah.
I like
There you
Busy. I go sit by Busy.
Okay. You spend the evening at Akoros at the inn. There is a trading boat that belongs to Jadarin that will be taking you the last leg up to your last stop where you'll meet your guide who's going to take you to the keep. Morning comes. You get on the trading boat. It's actually a pretty large ship. It's much bigger than the sailing boat you were on. There's 2 cabins. You're also that are open. You're the only passengers. So for the 2-day trip along the coast of Lake Amsarac, you actually have cabins, and it's kind of nice and comfortable. As you continue up the coast, after the first day, you can start to see the Silver Sierras, which is this set of mountains right here, just to the north. You can see the Silver Sierras starting to peak over the horizon. This far north, they're actually kind of snow-capped, especially deeper into the mountains. And after day 2, you finally arrive at the northernmost river mouth that feeds into Lake Amsarac, and this is a place called Fort Lakeside. So this Fort Lakeside actually has a very shallow draft on the lake here, so the boat actually weighs anchor and then drops you off in a rowboat where you are rowed ashore to this fortress. Fort Lakeside is a large fort with some farms surrounding it, but for the most of it, most of the area is inside a simple 15-foot high wall with crenellations that goes all the way around. There's a not really a full-blown keep, but there's a large square structure in the center of the walls, so it's pretty well protected. It would definitely be a very defensible point. And then inside, it's mostly open air shops. Like I shouldn't say shops. I'm sorry, open air
Market?
workshops. Like workshops. There's not so much of a market here. There's a small, like a couple trading stands and stuff, but like there's a smithy here and there's a stable here and a bakery. It's mostly things that are essential to survival at a fort. That like you couldn't risk them being destroyed. So it's just so if they had to shut the gates, they could stay self-sufficient for a while. There's a granary inside the walls. Anyways, yeah. So once
Where are
you
we
get
supposed to head after this?
well, after you get into
We have
Fort
a
Lakeside,
contact, right?
right? You go over to it's just like it's just an inn for visitors. Like it's not even named. It's just like the Lakeside Inn. But when you arrive there, there is a man there named Noriad. Whenever you arrive at the inn, a man he's a young man, by the way. He looks like young 20s. He's sitting on a bench that's on like the planked walkway at the entrance to this inn. He looks up, takes notice as you're walking towards the inn. He hops up, puts aside, looks like he was whittling or something. He kind of straightens his tunic. He's wearing very fine clothing. Adjusts the rapier at his belt, and then strides over to you abruptly. And that's when he introduces himself. He says, "Hello, you must be the adventurers. My name is Noriad. Noriad Corin." Offers his hand out to you.
I'll shake his hand.
Okay, he gives you a nice fist pump. Good firm handshake. He seems really excited. You can see a striking resemblance to Jadarin if he was younger. Same hair color.
Too.
He really excited to see you. He's like, "Okay, so you have made it. I'm very glad you are here. You tell me when you are ready to go, and I will take you to Corin Keep. I don't know if you want to wait a night before we leave, or if you want to go tonight. We could make it before nightfall, but just barely."
We
So
have
we need to
time
go
to
there.
just reprovision. Like,
Oh.
if I get buy simple ammo, things like that.
Yeah. There's a general store.
Okay. Then I'm going to replace my one arrow.
Okay.
And
Very
keep in the
important.
All the
bank.
difference.
Hey,
Ooh,
man.
Me too.
Got to go in prepared.
You could probably buy a whole quiver as backup if you want.
Well, maybe.
We can mend those.
It's relatively early in the day then.
It's actually about midday at this point.
So it
But
takes about
he
half a
said
day
it's
to get
not
there.
it's not a long way into the mountains.
What can you tell me about the mountains? Are there bandits? Known threats? You have quite the wall here.
When I went out to the keep before, no, it was pretty calm. There are some game trails. They're not used very often. Some of them are like overrun with rubble and mudslides, but it's a pretty easy trail that leads up there. I've only gone the once. Dad said not to go again until it'd been cleared.
But I mean, just in general, do you have problems with bandits or raiders in these hills?
Oh no, not this close to the fort. If you go too far to the east, across the Silver Sierra, then that's when you could have trouble with the monsters, goblins, orcs, trolls.
Nah.
But we
And have
won't
you
be
seen-
going anywhere
have
near
you
the
seen what's in your-
Brokenlands.
What's in
Yeah.
the Corin Keep? Have you seen for yourself?
Kinda.
Anyone else?
I saw it from a distance. There were lots of the walls look like they've been repaired. There's a new gate. I think I saw movement in some of the windows, and at night I saw, I think, lanterns, but they were flickering and weird glowing birds. And then I left.
Glowing birds.
Does that spark any imagination of things that Busy has seen before?
Nature or Arcana check, your pick.
Also, when I was buying my provisions, I was asking around about rumors about Corn Keep.
Nobody's heard of it.
Nobody's heard of the keep that's half a day's walk away?
Correct.
Okay.
It's way up in the mountains on a dead game trail. Remember, Jadarin told you, like, he just found out that he had this keep. Like, it's supposed to be abandoned. Nobody knows this keep's up there.
Okay.
It's a half a day's walk, but it is in the mountains. So
Gotcha.
I suppose being up there, well,
busy. what he's describing to you doesn't really ring any bells. Part of what he describes, where he kind of talks about it was a strobe, makes you think of like an electrical discharge. Could
Okay.
cause like a strobe, but that's about all you got.
And why would people up in the mountains have electricity? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe they're running some experiments. Maybe there's some gnomes up in there.
Holy moly, maybe
Time to-
Thomas Edison lives there.
I mean, it keeps getting repaired. It's got new stuff. Maybe it's dwarves and gnomes. I don't know.
Dr. Frankenstein?
Nobody knows. I say
Well,
we go.
I
If
don't
we go
know.
now and it's half a day, we'll get there around dusk in the evening. We'll be able to kind of
We can
Reckon
watch it while it's having strobing
exactly,
lights.
exactly.
Yeah, we can see the glowing birds for ourselves, maybe.
Mhm.
Better to go at night or during the day. It's definitely easier to see in the day.
But if we want to see the weird phenomena, at nighttime is better.
As you say.
Plus, I'm sure Stefan can help, like, us set up camp and all that. We're still dealing with mountains.
Oh, I can set up camp just fine, but
I mean, I can set
All
up
right.
camp fine too, but
It dawns
he's
on
the
me that
expert.
we're storming another keep.
He is a trained mountaineer, so
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have fun storming the castle.
So, do we have any chocolate with us? Oh, we do have a scroll of Revivify. Bam! No one's
Ah.
completely dead.
first person won't be completely dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
in the movie, they only saved one person from death.
So are we in agreement that we just go ahead and make the trek now?
I'm good going now.
I'm on board.
I'm all good with going now.
Let's go.
Okay.
It's got to be safer than the deck of a ship, right?
oh, what's safer than the deck of a ship?
One that doesn't have a rot troll on it.
Um,
Well, no, that's not all of them. Usually.
Say it was. We've had
don't
better
have
luck
rot
trolls.
storming keeps than we have
You don't have rot
sleeping on
trolls on
ships.
your ships. Just saying.
You have flying trolls.
All right, then. Let's head out during the day or during the evening.
Oh, we're gonna leave midday and we'll get there.
okay. So, your trip takes you due north out of Fort Lakeside, along a game trail up into the Silver Sierras. The mountains are very steep, very rugged. Stefan really does help make time. There's a couple times where the trail's overgrown, but you just find another way around to keep you guys from having to slow down. Where you're anticipating, like, if you go into that valley, it's going to take forever to climb out of it. We should go around here and save time. As you're approaching dusk, Noriad comments on how good a time you're making. He said normally this takes him a lot longer to get this far. You've gone several hundred feet up above the water level at this point, and the air is starting to get a bit thin and cold. As you're nearing dusk, the sun is gone from the horizon at this point, but it's down behind the mountains, but it's still casting quite a bit of light into the sky. You turn off of the game trail, and Noriad says there was once a trail here, and occasionally can show you like a crumbled trail marker that's piled up, but the rock slides and weather have just obliterated most of the trail. He finally, after probably you've got about an hour of daylight left, he gets to a cleft in the rock that as you come around, you see the trail kind of winds down, and about a half mile in the distance, you can see a keep. It looks to be in pretty good order down below. It's arranged like a traditional dungeon, so just a round building. It's built right up against the steep face of the opposing mountain. against the cliff, and then it just has one large 20-foot high, looks like quite thick round wall. It's a semicircle up against the mountain itself to protect it from approach. The cliffside behind it goes way up, several hundred feet. Actually, probably close to 400 feet up. So there's not really a good approach or any way to approach from the north side. The gates to the keep face south, and he is right. You can see a couple spots where it looks like there's been repair work done to the walls, and it looks like a brand new door. Like the wood is still green. In the large double door that's blocking the entrance. It's about 15 feet across, if you had to guess.
Do we see any movement? From our
No.
vantage point, can we see in the walls, or is it an actual building?
You know, from your vantage point, you can see that there's probably 25 to 30 feet of courtyard. It looks like it's actually worked cobblestone from the edge of the tower walls to the edge of the dungeon wall that's protecting the whole thing.
And no bodies.
You don't see any bodies. Don't see anything moving around. Seems still. It's calm. You can hear crickets and some birds starting to make noises. Stefan, you notice the noises are distant, though. Normally, like, you would hear crickets all around you. You don't hear crickets towards the keep. You don't hear birds towards the keep. They're all on the other side of you, like away from the keep. It's really actually kind of unsettling to notice that the sound is only coming from the side, like not this close to the keep. You're probably about a half mile away.
But my crossbow's not giving me any indications of anything weird. Okay.
It is not freaking out, no. The string is not humming.
That's strange.
Either
something's
a
up
ranger
here.
and paladin have ways to detect creatures of certain types as well. If you want to give that a go.
Yeah, I can.
What's the range on Divine Sense?
Divine Sense might not be long enough, but Primeval Awareness is up to a mile.
Better look that up.
Yeah, someone's going to have to look that one up. I don't know.
Right on your abilities tab, right?
Yeah. Primeval Awareness for the ranger.
Stefan, abilities. Primeval Awareness is not... Why isn't it on here?
I don't see it on there.
Did you give him a different type of ranger?
Subclass?
You're just playing with the regular PHP ranger, right?
Now I'm a gloom
He was a
stalker.
Gloomstalker, but that's a PHP ranger feature.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know which one.
Come
it's
at
on
level
there. Hold
5? Or is it core ability?
Beginning at level
I thought it was
3,
level 3.
you can use your action and expend one ranger spell slot to focus your awareness on the region around you. For 1 minute per level of the spell slot you expend, you can sense whether the following types of creatures are present within 1 mile, or within up to 6 miles if you are in favored terrain.
You are in favored terrain.
Aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. It does not reveal location or number.
Okay, are you going to use one of your spell slots for that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
go ahead and check off a spell slot. And it's a combination of just your own in tuneness with the mountains, the signs you have, like the birds and the animals, noises only coming from one direction. You sense that in the direction of the tower is undead.
Oh boy, it seems like there might be some undead in the neighborhood.
That's okay. We have a Revivify scroll.
None of those other things, though. None of those other creature types.
Undead. Undead that want to rebuild a fortress. That is odd.
That's kind of weird.
Maybe they're dead carpenters.
I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, maybe.
They need to be laid back to rest where they belong.
Perhaps some zombie guards.
So,
is Noriad still here?
yes, he's right here. He's actually starting to undo his pack and roll out a sleeping bag, gathering some kindling to start a fire.
This is going to go up and ask him if... Noriad, do you know any tales about this keep that maybe someone's told you? Anything bad that would have happened here?
No, not that I remember. Dad sends me a messenger, tells me, hey, we just got a new keep. Here's where it's supposed to be. I want you to go make sure that it's there. I come up and I see, and I tell you, I saw movement. And I told my dad, I send him a message and say, Dad, I see some movement. I thought no one's supposed to be at the keep. And he says, oh, well, I'm going to get someone to come and look at the keep, and you don't get within a half a mile of that keep. So this is about a half a mile, so I'll wait here. He said, you're going to take care of it.
I'm going to insight check him.
You'd be better off going back to town. This may take a few days, and having you out here, once we start flushing things out, might get a bit dicey.
I rolled an insight to see if I get a sense that he is holding something back.
Sure. Give me an insight. Oh, you did. He seems genuine. He does. You pick up an undertone of resentment, actually. He wants to go. He's a young man who wants to make his mark in the world, and he's not happy that his dad's forbade him from going down.
He seems genuinely honest about his description.
Yeah. You think what you're really... you've sent something off, and you think what you're picking up is that he's resentful that his father has forbade him from going, and what you're catching is his desire to break that promise he made to his dad. So, he says, okay, I mean, I could wait here. I know how to use this. He kind of pulls the rapier up a little bit, show a little bit of the blade, which is ridiculously shiny. It's never had blood on it for sure. He says, I know how to use this, and, I could stay here, maybe warn you if trouble's coming.
Do I see that he maybe has a dagger in his belt or anything?
He has a parrying dagger on his belt.
Okay, I'd take it without him knowing.
Sure, give me a sleight of hand check with advantage.
You realize that
and +5.
That little pointy thing won't do squat to an undead, right? Just tickle him a bit.
Advantage and sleight of hand. There we go.
You just rolled strong... 2 20s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, I rolled two 26s.
Well, let's show it.
31s.
Yeah. You dropped a 20. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've taken it without him knowing, as he's kind of
taken it. Thing. If you want, you undo his belt without him knowing. Yeah. Like, you literally reach up and you take whatever you want. He doesn't, just pick what you want. He doesn't have it anymore.
Just the dagger.
Did not know it. No, neither did anybody else. Like, you just teleported. He goes, what do you mean? You poke enough holes in anything. It leaks and it stops.
I'm going to show him the dagger.
Skeletons don't leak, my friend.
He's like, hey, give me that. He's pulled his hand out.
I hand it to him. I said, your father's a wise man. He probably understands that you are fully capable of doing what we do in a while. But right now, he's asked us to take care of it.
What did he say?
Jams the dagger back into the sheath. Does he still have the sheath? Or did you take...
No, I just took the dagger. I'm making a point.
He puts the dagger back in the sheath. Still trying to figure out how you took it out of his sheath. Okay, I'll go. I'll go back to the lake. You can make it back then?
Actually, and I turned to the...
We'll find our way.
Yes,
would it not be a bad idea to have him stay here as a lookout?
Yeah, I stay as a lookout. Listen, I see anything, I yell, and then I run away.
Ugh.
I won't fight a nothing.
What does Crash tell me about his... Is he feeling... honest, happy?
Crash has a good vibe about him. He's just an eager young kid who wants to help.
Do we have a horn or anything that this guy can
Here.
use?
I will give him Crash as a loan. Hold on to this and listen to what it says. If it says flee, you flee.
He
And I'll be expecting it back.
Okay.
Ash might be useful against undead.
Crash.
I've got the Mace of Smiting for that.
Oh, okay.
Crash gives. You feel. You feel a nod like a. You're filled with a swelling sense of approval at the idea, and a until later kind of emotion. But
Sure.
Crash definitely likes this idea. So he holds it and he's like, you call it Crash?
That's his name. Listen to what he says in your mind.
You may have to hold him for an hour or so.
Okay.
He has to
it
warm up.
requires
to you.
attunement, doesn't it?
Well, actually, requires attunement to like fully bond with it, but Crash can communicate with other people on his own. It's only he won't bond with someone unless they're attuned, but and he won't bond with this kid. He doesn't want to. Like
So,
he's bound.
I guess-
He's bound with. He's yours.
Yeah.
Like he
Still
likes
attuned
being
to
bound
it.
with you. He wants you to carry him around and swing him at stuff.
Yeah.
But Crash will be happy to guard him. So he gets this sense, and he was like, "There's birds that way.
Indeed, there are.
It's amazing." So yeah, Crash can tell him if there's a living creature nearby. So,
Yep.
Okay, yeah, he'll stay here with Crash. He has a horn. It is like a little, like a bugle. But
It makes noise.
yeah, he can make noise. You do see there are windows on the dungeon itself, the dungeon tower. There's windows about halfway up it. So
I may be able to talk to one of them birds and see if they can tell us what they see over there in the keep.
Ooh, that's
If
quite
they're
a
smart
really
enough.
idea.
that's not a bad idea. So you'll actually have to head south for a bit to get to where there's animals, because you're really sensing there's no animals.
Oh, that's right.
Near
we just
this
went over
keep.
that.
You can hear them, but they're all south of you right now.
How long does the talk to the animals last?
It's just like 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't be enough to convince one to go.
Well,
Look at
it's a
the-
good point. If they're staying away from it, they had to have seen something or felt something to disturb
That
them.
is true. That is true.
Yeah, it wouldn't take you long just to go south long enough to find a bird. They're close enough that Crash sensed living things nearby. So
And Stefan can zip around mountains like nobody's business. So
yeah, and it's an animal thing too, out of sight, out of mind. So they're just far enough away they can't see the keep.
Boy, so yeah, maybe that's a good question too. Is do I have the sense have I talked to animals before, or is this the first time? Maybe
This is
I
a new
don't know
thing
that.
for you. This is
I
a
talked
new
to a
thing to.
earlier.
It's not
we
to say
talked to the
you've
bird.
probably in your life talked to animals, but having them talk back is definitely a new experience.
Yeah, I mean,
You talk to a bird on the boat.
especially if we take a rest. I don't know. We'll see.
well,
Let's give it a
no,
shot.
I'm pretty sure we want to stay outside this keep for the night to see if we see those weird things.
Yeah.
All right.
I feel like we want to scout for the night and part of the morning is before we approach.
Agreed.
Right.
We may need to try to find a way in other than just walking up and saying, "Hi, undead. We're here to kill you."
Yeah, I'll look for a bird to talk to.
Okay, Stefan, it doesn't take you long. You go south for a little bit. You actually find a rather large owl sitting on a tree, just looking down at you.
He says, "Who are you?"
Hello.
I'm assuming you're casting animal message
Yep.
here.
Yep,
You're not
I
just
got a
talking to
spell,
a bird.
right? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Spells checked.
He's like, "Hello." Oh, wait, I need to cast something.
It turns, kind of cocks its head as it realizes it understands you. It makes a screech, but you understand it perfectly. It says, "Can you hear me?"
I can. My name is Stefan, and I'm a ranger, and yeah, I'm hoping you might be able to provide me with some information.
I'm Bonespur. I know
Bonespur,
all
nice
in
to
the
meet you.
forest.
Well, I noticed that there's not a lot of sound or animals up by the keep up there, and I'm just wondering if you've seen or heard anything strange going on there.
He kind of waddles across the branch to get a little closer to you and leans down. What keep?
This is the Karan's keep. Oh wait, probably don't know the name of the keep.
No, that's not. No, you understand the way he's saying it. He's saying, "What is a keep?"
Oh, I gotcha. Sure. Well, there's a structure north of me. Some wood around it. Maybe some buildings and
the big rock nest.
Yes, sure.
Yes, big rock nest.
How far away is that?
2 minutes.
Okay.
As the
you get
owl
the
flies.
impression.
As
Yeah,
the
you get the
owl
impression
flies,
of
sure.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, right, because he probably doesn't know minutes.
Yeah, you're right. It's more like 2 glides. 2 glides.
What?
But he looks.
You see
kind
up
of turns. Funny lightning.
Huh.
Color like grass.
You see any beasts moving around?
Some birds, dangerous.
Why are there no animals in the area?
Killed or scared. Bonespur's not scared, just smart.
Ask him how many licks it takes to get to
Bonespur.
Out of curiosity.
Bonespur hops
3.
down off of the branch and floats down to a rock that's closer to you. He's about 10 feet away now, and he lands. And he goes, "Food and pack?"
Oh, well, let me take a look.
You do have rations.
Yeah, I will bribe the bird. Oh, not bribe him. I'll just give him some food.
Okay.
There you go.
As soon as you produce food, he takes a huge liberty and flies over and like literally if your arm's out, like he lands on your arm. He's quite heavy. He weighs probably 15 pounds. Like he's a very large owl. He lands, kind of flutters a little bit, and he goes, "Hold still, quit moving."
Oh, careful now.
He
Don't
finally
bite me.
gets settled in. He goes, "Fingers look like food." He snatches a bit of the ration. It's actually kind of crazy because he like shears. It's like a hard biscuit, maybe some jerked beef or something. Like he shears it with one little just relaxing bite right through it. He starts jumping. He gulps it down. He's like, "Oh, that's good. I want more."
Oh boy. Bone Spur, I think you're gonna have to go back on that tree before I put my food away.
Fine. Give me that one then. He wants the rest of the food you're holding.
Sure.
Okay, he snatches it like one big sweep of his wings, which actually causes your hair to move. Like his wingspan's probably 5-6 feet across. He swoops like just one big flap, and he's back up, rests once, lands, doesn't bother turning his body around, just whips his head back around. And he says, "Glowy people too."
Glowy people.
Thank you for the information, Bone Spur. You have a good day. Good evening. And I head back. Let the guys know what's going on.
Okay.
Or what I found out.
Bye,
Attempt to go
Stefan.
Well, we won't have to worry about lighting up for those that can't see.
Well, I have an idea. Let's have a decoy.
Okay.
Try to pull him out.
Hey, Noriad,
Alright.
you said the
Sorry.
birds glowed green, right?
Well, I wasn't
Green
sure if they were
lightning.
birds. They just look, from here, they look like giant fireflies.
Tell me if it was this color, and I'm going to shoot an Eldritch Blast at the ground.
Okay. No. Well, he says at first he like shields his eyes because he just watched you blast pure radiance out of your hand, and then he's like, "Not the green part." the swirl. Yes, that color.
Okay.
Flying things.
Because there was a green glow that I saw, which is why this was so interesting.
This is the place you were told to come to, right?
I wasn't told to come here. I was.
You gave a vision to come this way, right?
Yeah. I got a sign.
All right.
I'm ready to wait for the night and see. What
Yeah.
it looks
So
like.
we'll set up camp, get our rests in, but the watches will
Okay.
look if anything weird happens.
Okay. So you set up camp. I'll need the 4 people on watch during the night to give me a perception check real quick.
I'll be on watch.
Oh boy,
Yes.
I've got people all out of order. I need Steve and Neil to hide your cameras real quick. We got you guys all mixed up.
Uh-oh.
And then Steve back. And Neil back. There we go. Let's get them fixed.
I'm eventually going to remember. Is perception in the tower?
Yeah, typically. Because you won't know if you succeeded or not.
It's typically physical checks that you just see.
Yep. Okay. Who's first on watch?
I'll take the darkest part.
Okay.
I think Gamelon was generally first. Wasn't it just marching order?
Yeah, if it'd be Gamelon, Stefan, Weedle, Nace.
It's
Or
not me.
not Nace, Karnon. Does Weedle do watch or is it busy? I don't know.
Weedle does watch. Yeah.
Okay.
'cause he has
Okay.
vision. Or-
So Gamelon sees it then. Gamelon, people are just starting to settle down, doze off. Some people are still like sharpening weapons and stuff. And all of a sudden, you hear a big whoosh of air, and in the tree not far from this little, it's not even really a trail, it's just like a clearing that overlooks the where you guys stop, that overlooks the keep. All of a sudden, the branch like rocks and shakes for a second, and you look up and see one of the biggest owls you've ever seen in your life settling in and like looking down, just peering intently at the group.
Do I recognize him? Am I still awake?
No, you're not in any danger, so you're asleep by now probably. I don't know, it's up to you. You could be awake still. Yeah. Never mind, you're still awake. You're just chilling out. You're in the mountains. You love it here. You look up and Bone Spur is sitting on a very large tree branch that's sagging a little under his weight, and you can see him peering around at the camp.
Gamelon, that's the owl I talked to. That's Bone Spur.
If you say so.
He kind of bobs his head up and down. Once he spots you, Stefan, he swoops down and lands about 10 feet away from you, cautiously. He's kind of not near anybody, and he's kind of just taking big, careful, plodding steps, and he's just looking towards you, keeps sticking his head out, lifts
Careful
up
when
and
you
cranes
feed
his head.
those things.
He may have something to tell you.
I do have one more spell slot. I suspect it's going to be give me food.
Probably. And then we can just roll over and go to sleep and hopefully get our long rest.
Right. I do have a spell slot. I'll give it a whirl.
By the way, I
Cast
just
a
want to
spell.
I want to throw an idea out here. If you think he wants food, you don't have to cast spell to offer him food. You
Sure.
could just offer him some food and see if that's what he wants.
Mm,
But you can also I'm not trying to tell you not to cast your spell. I'm just letting you know. Like, you don't have to cast a spell to try your theory.
well, maybe we can get some more information out of him.
Okay, you cast a spell. As soon as you finish casting it, he's jabbering away. He's going, Bone Spur's hungry. You scared everything off. There's nothing to eat here. Nothing will go near the keep. I'm hungry.
Bone Spur, before I give you some food, I need you to fly over there and... Boy, do you know how to count? I need some information about that rock place over there with the.
Ask him if he sees.
Those of you
anyone
watching who
inside.
can't understand anything, he kind of bounces a little bit and does his wings. He looks agitated. It's like, no, eat now.
I'll break him off a small piece and tell him I'll give him twice as much if he does what I ask.
Okay, he kind of cautiously runs up. The rest of you, none of you have ever seen an owl eat out of someone's hand. He walks up and snatches it out of his hand, just gulps, it's gone. And then he
Weedle sits
like,
back and goes, "Well, I'll be."
He dances back a little bit, peers back towards the keep, body facing you, but his head looking the wrong way. What do you want to know?
Well, I want to know what you see when you fly over it.
He turns around, takes like 2 little hops, flaps his wings once. He's 10 feet in the air, flaps one more time, and he shoots down off the cleft. You see him you can see the keep from here. You see him swoop down. As he goes by, you see him go by the walls, and then he just one big arc, and he's just in one glide here. But you see him beat his wings one more time as he's about halfway there. He's just on this swooping glide all the way down to the keep, because you're about 100, 200 feet above the keep from your vantage point. He swoops past the walls. You see him flap a few times and go up around the dungeon itself, the actual round tower. He goes up around the top of it. You see him spiral around twice. He swoops down, and you see him swoop at something in the courtyard, and then come back up, starts flapping his way up, and then all of a sudden you see what looks like 4 little fireflies chasing him. And you see him flapping real hard, and then he like does this crazy dive, and the little 4 dots chase after him. They're almost a half mile away. But you see these glowing green dots that are chasing after him. They move like birds as far as their patterns in the air. As he is trying to evade them, suddenly you see from this distance, it looks like static electricity. Just goes like across, and you hear a very soft, very long delay before it gets to you crack. It's just like, and just kind of bounces off the wall, the rocks around you. You see him kind of stutter in his flight, and he starts trying to fly away. You see another one tick at him. He's now flying this direction, back towards you as fast as he can, and you keep seeing these little green streams tick into him from the little dots chasing him. Even at this distance, you hear a soft, wounded screech as Bonespur's trying to get away. Another tick hits him. You see him flutter and start to drop, and then he drops below the tree line. You see the 4 little green dots go down below the tree line, and then it's quiet.
Well, that's too bad. Man, yeah.
We
Something's
got
going
her
on
in,
down
folks.
there. Boy.
Are
You
we
see-
saving the owl, or are we?
How far
we
away
could
did
kill
he
some
go
of the
down?
creatures.
In their flight, by the time he went down, he was probably halfway to you, so he's still probably a quarter mile down the trail in the woods.
Should we go investigate?
Yeah,
You
I'm
do see-
gonna run to it if I can.
You do see 3 little green dots float back, flitter up, and kind of do this weird fluttering gait, and they head back towards the keep.
Were there 4 that were chasing him, or just 3?
There were 4, only 3 dots left.
Let's go
Okay.
check it out.
Let's go find
Um,
out what he's doing.
I'm gonna run
Okay.
there if I can.
Okay, you guys run down the trail as quick as you can. Noriad's not wild about not going with you, but he stops and he looks and he's like, okay. And he sits down and waits. You make pretty good time down to you're basically the base of the hillside before the trees start to thin out a little towards the keep. You can see the wall now in the distance through the gaps in the trees. It doesn't take long to find him. He's lying on the ground. He's all sprawled out. His feathers are singed. Some of them are blackened. He's got little scorch marks all over him. He's lying kind of on his side. You can see he's got like the head of a bird in his beak. And he's just kind of flapping around, but you can see one of his wings isn't working. And he looks pretty bad. And he just keeps letting out this like... You can tell he's having trouble breathing.
Hey, when I'm 60 feet away, that.
Okay. All right, you run down. All of a sudden, this yellow light, streaks out of your hands.
Oh, that was the you came on.
There's like your hands glow with a bright light. There's the green swirling tendrils around it, and all of a sudden a glow envelops him, and you see the green thing, like the green tendrils start to snake around. You see his wing kind of like pop back into socket. The feathers regrow, and all of a sudden he pops up, shakes his head, and pops up, flaps up in the air, and lands on the tree branch, and is looking back towards you.
Bone Spur, what happened? What'd you see?
Birds.
You feel better now?
Yeah. I don't know what the owl word for bastard is, but he uses that word. But he's like, bastard birds! I'll kill those birds! Did you see what that bird did to me?
I'm going to investigate the bird that he mauled.
Sure. Give me a nature check.
Have you
Somebody
seen those
else
kind
is
of birds
also going
before?
to investigate.
He says
Izzy will take a look too.
No, not that.
I'm going to pull out a ration and try to offer it kind of like Stefan did.
He just ate a bird. He's probably full.
Stefan.
Oh yeah, we got to give him some food.
Okay, everybody
off of
but
that.
Weedall. Weedall, you're not familiar with the birds in this area. Busy and Stefan, you both recognize these birds as grackles. Normally, it's called a grackle. It's just a common bird here, like it'd be like a variant of hawk. But they're very common in mountains. So you've seen tons of them, Stefan. So have you, Busy. You've lived at least in foothills most of your life at High Forge. But it's called a
anything
grackle.
different about these? That's because we saw them sparking. Is there anything weird about how they look?
This one just looks really dead. Upon further examination, now that you can look at it closely, its flesh is really leathery and withered, like it's been dead for a while. Like its eyes are cloudy, but it looks extremely lifeless.
Oh, undead birds, great.
Right? This doesn't sound good. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the food that
I was gonna say, Bone Spur
told
jumps
him.
off of the branch and swoops down and lands on your shoulder. It's like a noticeable weight on your body. You can see he's careful not to get you with his talons. Like he's trying to pick a spot where there's good leather to grip, and he's starting to nose around in your pack without waiting for you.
No, I was pulling out a ration trying to offer it to him.
And I'm also gonna give him. Yeah.
So,
Let's feed this bird.
Nace, when you offer the ration, he literally he's facing Stefan, like he's on his shoulder, looking through his pack. He rotates all the way around and looks at you, and like has full eye contact with you, and shits, and then goes back to look into his pack.
Right on Stefan's
Yeah.
shoulder.
That's
right.
a Stefan problem.
Huge.
No,
That's right.
He misses. It's a big owl. He can shit without shitting on him.
I definitely give him the food I promised him, and
Okay.
Thank you, Bone Spur. Appreciate the what you did there. Did you see anything else? Can you tell us anything else about that place when you were flying over?
There was a light in one of the windows.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ask him how many birds there were. 4 chased him, but were those the only ones?
Were there a lot of birds? Like the ones
There
that
were-
chased you?
There were the birds, the ones I didn't kill.
Very good.
What did dive in the courtyard for?
Yeah, what did you dive in the courtyard for?
Oh! Oh! I dropped it! I had a juicy rat! It was perfect! And I dropped it!
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I hate those grackles. Where are we going now?
Well, we're going back. We're going down there with the grackles.
We got to get our rest in.
Not tonight. Not tonight, of course. All right. Not
blown all
tonight,
your
of
spell
course.
slots.
It's rest time.
Cool. Yeah, we should rest.
Yeah.
He's patiently sitting on your shoulder.
All right, well, go sleep up in that tree.
So are we
please.
resting here or what?
And back to the camp time.
Yeah, let's go back to the camp. He can rest there.
That's right.
Okay, that's a good plan. What's a camp?
Just follow us up in the air. You'll know when we get there.
All right. He launches off. It pushes your shoulder down as he takes off. He floats up in the air and just starts to circle around over the top of you. And you guys proceed up to the top of the camp. Back up to the hillside, and you get back up to the camp. As you get up there to start to settle
Never
in.
talk to a skunk.
Right.
As you start to settle in, at this point your spell's worn off. Bonespur swoops in and lands on the branch above you and just kind of settles in. You can see him pruning his feathers a little bit, gonna get everything sorted back out, and then he hunches down and just starts watching.
All right, now I'm definitely going to sleep before my shift comes up.
Yep. And you watch.
Okay. So once Gamelon turns in for his shift, Stefan, you wake up, move over to a spot where you've got a good vantage point. You do see what looks like maybe a faint light in the third floor window of the keep. I'm sorry. Based on how tall it is, it'd be around the third floor of the keep. You think you see light at least pass by one of the windows. They're narrow, like arrow slit windows, so they're probably only a foot across. But in the dark, it is a moonlit night, but you could the keep is just a black wall against the cliff, and you see like a glimpse of light in one of the windows for a little bit, and then it fades away.
Okay.
You see Bonespur sits in the tree above you, just scanning everything around the whole time. Once while you're there, he gets up, flies off south for a little bit. He's gone maybe a minute, and then he flies back and lands on the tree next to you again. You notice this time when he lands, he's a little closer.
Very good.
Okay. Rest of your shift passes by uneventfully. Nothing else happens during the evening. Bonespur does stay the whole time. Anytime you look up in the tree, whoever's on watch sees him just wide-eyed, and he's just doing like this slow scan of the horizon, just watching everything around you, keeping watch. Morning arrives.
He's better than a magical crossbow.
You guys break out some rations and eat. You notice Stefan, when you think to look up to Bonespur, he's actually like hunkered down, has his eyes closed, kind of nestled into the trunk of the tree, just chilling out. Looks like he's taking a nap.
Good.
Okay.
Well, what do you guys think? What should we do?
I will throw another long rest in. It's been roughly 10 days since you left Specularum, by the way.
10 days.
We haven't seen any activity in or out of this keep other than the glowing lights and the grackle attack in the night before. Nothing's come out. Nothing's waltzed in the courtyard that we could tell.
No.
I mean, we could always just see how they respond to someone getting close.
Yeah.
Be
How close
prepared to
can we
fight
get
something.
and still be concealed with adequate stealth checks?
You could get within probably 30 or 40 feet of the gates. You could get within a round's movement. It's not like cleared out. It's very overgrown. So
I could
you can
even
tell
burn
the trees.
down the gate.
The trees are definitely lighter growth here, but so at one point they were probably cleared out, but based on the size of some of the trees around them, that could have been a century ago.
All right. I want to say we position ourselves closer.
Sure. You guys can make your way down. It's not even difficult to be quiet for this. You're in the wilderness. It's in the mountain wilderness, so most of the ground that's not solid earth is pine needles. So it's very forgiving and very quiet. Combined with Stefan to take point, it's pretty easy to work your way down to the keep. So you're outside the main walls. They're about 30 feet tall. They look to be extremely thick. The foundations seem much older than the upper regions of the wall itself. This was probably some other kind of structure initially, and then more fresh cut stone has been put on the higher levels of the walls, maybe to extend how tall it was.
And
you can also see the gate looks like it's made of like fresh, large pine or fir, and it's very large, thick boards. Thick trunks of wood that have been banded together with metal bands. Now the bands look old, very patinaed. You'd guess that the wood is new and the metal is old, but the gate looks like it's been recently rebuilt.
Does Busy think if we do decide to burn down the gate with like a flamethrower bot that it would damage more than the gate, like the actual structure, or?
Maybe the hinges or something on the gate would be damaged, but as far as the wall itself, no. The wall seems to be made of solid stone. Well, interlocking stone blocks, but it doesn't look like it's going to give out or anything like that.
If the gate's new wood, does that suggest that somebody basically broke down the last one to get in? And
it definitely looks like somebody, whether they broke it down or not, can't really tell, but it is apparent that somebody repaired this gate.
Are there any tracks we can see that lead in and out? Any new disturbances in the dust?
No, actually. The dirt is actually very clear here. Well, that's not true. I'm sorry. There's maybe some slight disturbances. Nothing major though. Just like a little bit of foot traffic. But humanoid footprints. If you had to guess, it would be like people working on this gate.
But there's no visible sentries on the walls.
Nope.
And how tall were the walls?
30 feet.
30, yeah, okay.
Are they pretty rustic? Is it something I feel like I could climb?
You think you could make this climb? It does look like it would be hard because the stones are, it would be a moderately challenging for you to climb this wall. No, I take it back. It'd be a hard challenge to climb the wall, just because it doesn't have like great handholds or anything. Now, if you had climbing gear, that would definitely help.
Yeah, let's hammer into the wall of the keep.
Does Rakasta have climbing speed on their own or no?
Yeah,
they do. He does have climbing speed.
Right.
So, but it's a sheer
still hard for him.
It's a sheer surface.
Doesn't mean everything is climbable.
And I take it back, Scott. I take it back. For a person just climbing naturally, I guess I would say it would be a hard challenge. For you, I would say it would be easier. Only because I keep forgetting that you have built-in climbing claws. So.
Well, I can attempt to climb and peek over.
I've got a silk rope you can take with you.
I have rope too.
Okay. This is preloaded, so it should just pop right up for you guys.
Yep.
It does indeed.
Okay.
All right. Well, I will attempt to climb
I'm gonna throw people on the
here.
thing. Whoops. Yeah, you're outside.
I just thought he climbed really well.
He does climb really well. I need an athletics or acrobatics check, though.
I will do acrobatics. I'll drag the whole window instead of the skill.
Yeah, Weedle just shoots right up the wall. No problem.
And I'm just getting to the top. I'm looking through some of the crenellations and
Sure.
kind of.
Yeah, you scramble right up to the top. It's easy. So you're looking into the courtyard. The gate itself is 15 feet across, by the way. You can see that there is a bar from where you're at. You can see, looking down, you can see that there is a bar laid across the inner track of the gate to keep the doors from opening. So the area between the outer wall and the tower itself is a cobblestone courtyard. It's totally open to the sky. It's clean. It looks fairly well maintained. The stones are all in place. There are a few early flowers that are blooming along the tower's base. Directly ahead of you, you can see the tower looks to be 4 or 5 stories high. It has a flat roof that's higher than you. You can see one large doorway as well as several windows set into the upper stories. Like basically 2 on like the top 2 stories. Each one at about southwest and southeast. On the far side of the tower, you can just make out a pile of rubble. Looks like a rock slide or landslide from the cliff has spilled into the courtyard and hasn't been moved. The stones all look covered with dust and mud. They look like they've been there a while. And then behind the tower, the mountainside, like I said, it's a sheer cliff, hundreds of feet up.
And it's like 3 stories then on the tower itself?
The tower itself is 4 or 5 stories.
Okay.
It's hard to tell because it depends how the stories are broken up, but ordinarily you would say that's probably 5 stories tall.
Gotcha.
As far as its height. And it's probably about 50, 55 feet tall. It's almost twice the height of the wall. The wall itself is almost 5 feet thick. This wall's built to last. This is the same kind of wall like that's protecting Penhaligon.
Well, I'm going to scramble up to the top. I have rope. I'll tie some rope around the crenellations.
You could always open the gate.
Yeah, you can just open the gate.
Does this bar holding the gate look like something I can handle? And I've got a 10 strength.
Yeah, you can move it.
Oh, all right. Well, then I'm going to...
I mean, with 10 strength, I think you're able to push like 200 pounds.
Yeah. All right.
So
well, then I'm going to go up over the wall.
You could pick 200 pounds up over your head, but you could make it move.
Down the ladder?
Yeah, you can easily get up over it. There's 2 pretty sturdy, fairly new ladders that lead down the side of the wall. You scamper down the walls to go open the bar on the door, and I'm going to go ahead and lock tokens. And I'm going to need everybody to go ahead and roll for initiative, please.
Oh my.
Oh, I could have used... I'm going to use inspiration on this initiative.
Alright, let's do this.
I'm going to waste inspiration.
Let's change this to combat. Alright.
7 or 15. Great.
Keeping up my tradition of going last.
Yep. Burns
no,
my
sir. You are not.
Second to last.
You have been bested.
I'm super good at getting low initiative.
Me too.
Okay. Scott, you will be surprised because you did not pick up what was coming.
Okay.
However...
So, just clarify real quick. So he climbed down that ladder.
That's
and
correct.
He was spudging with the gate, And then initiative happened.
He was walking over to the gate. He got off of the ladder and was creeping over to the gate, and that's when I stopped and said, "Let's roll for initiative." So
I figured this was happening.
So this is a surprise for everybody except everybody, because nobody's aware of what's coming. Not true. Stefan, right at this moment, all of a sudden you see, like you hear a flapping, and swooping down behind you is Bone Spur. He lands on a rock that's about 20 feet behind you, and goes, woohoo, woohoo! And he's flapping like this, and he starts motioning, like nuzzling to his wing.
Something's wrong, boys.
The wing that was messed up before. And then he starts flapping, but you can see when he flaps, he's like flapping little wings instead of his big wingspan.
Boy.
Jason, I think we're getting echo from you.
Yeah, I think I'm getting echo from somebody. I'm not sure which person it's coming from.
It's Tim.
It's Tim.
Is it me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry.
It's all right. So we're gonna start the first turn. The Sprackle will. How far does it move? Oh man, really? Okay.
Leave a mark, boys.
Okay. So Sprackle swoops through there quite fast and attempts to lash out at you with its talons.
Wow, that far.
Missing. And then Karnan, Busy. Oh, Stefan, you could have acted. I'm sorry. You're not surprised. Something's going on. You don't know what, but something's going on. And Bonespur's trying to warn you about something.
I'm going to load my crossbow and... What is that? Get ready? Well, no, that's not what it's called.
You could ready an action to shoot.
Yeah, you could
Ready in
ready an
action.
action.
You see?
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
Or something
Ready in
like that.
action.
So you're readying an action to shoot the next enemy. If you see a hostile enemy, you're going to shoot him. Okay, that's no problem. Do you want to move before doing that? Like to the gates?
Yeah, I think I'm going to move a little closer to the...
Okay, I'll just slap you in front of the gate there.
All right, thank you.
Okay, so now we're on to the next Sprackle. Well, Karnan, you guys can act. You don't know what's going on, but you know that if anything, Stefan's like, there's something going on, and runs to the gate, so.
Okay. Not that I can do much other than getting closer to the gate, I suppose.
Yeah, you can do the same. Ready an arrow and stand at the gate.
Yeah.
Or your short swords, whatever you want to do.
I think I'll ready an arrow at this point and move a little.
Okay.
So
you'll move over in front of the gate. Busy.
He'll move over, and then he's going to get Percy out and ready. Some Percy bot.
Okay.
And that will tell it to climb over, so it is able to shoot at the 4 people close to the gate here.
Oh, I should probably put Percy on your tracker for you here.
Did he lower down the rope or not?
No, I've just waited from doing that.
You could have done both.
I could have.
He did not lower
but-
the rope. Friendly. There is your Percy. And you had him there, right?
Yeah.
To get everyone but Nace? Okay.
Yeah. And rolled max. We're
Wow.
all stemmed up.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's going to be nice. It's too bad Weed all couldn't get that.
It's all right. I think I'm going to roll a fighter next.
Okay. So, the next Sprockle goes, and will zoom down and also attack with talons.
Is Stefan able to see the Sprackle?
No, they're swooping down the mountainside, and they're up against the 30-foot wall.
Gotcha.
He scores a hit for 14 points of damage. So you take 8 damage from its claws themselves. As the bird swoops up, you get a good look. Its eyes are just dead, like white and lidded over. But as it comes out, these claws, they're just razor sharp, and it gashes into your side. It catches you across the shoulder and arms, and as it grips and pulls, you just feel like all of a sudden a jolt of energy runs through your whole body. Your right arm and shoulder, they get pins and needles. You see spots in your vision. It shocks you badly. So you also take 6 lightning damage from the hit. And there's a crackle of green lightning over your body where it hit. And it's your turn. And it's got 5 feet of movement, which it will actually use to just go to here. Okay, it's your turn.
It's going to take my action to move that bar, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, you have a bonus action disengage, though, right? As a rogue?
I do.
You could also attack them both. Well, no, then you wouldn't have your action.
Well, then I won't be able to do the bar.
Yeah, it's not an incidental action. It'd be like opening a door. It's not a free action.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to come here. And I'm going to lift the bar.
Sure, you're able to dislodge it. The gate opens outward.
Okay. It's 5. And
you'll need half of your movement to shoulder the door open.
Fair enough. So that's 5, 15. I'm going
you should
to
have, I think, 10 movement left from your normal move.
Yeah, if I don't use my
feline agility.
That'll give me another. So I would have 25 movement left.
Okay.
15. Yep, 25 movement left. So I'm just going to go 25 feet this way.
Okay. No problem.
And I'm going to yell, the door's open, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Now you can shoot.
Yeah,
birds you
so,
see.
Stefan...
Can Karnan see around with the door open? Or?
As the doors are raised open, you can see the birds that are right there.
Well, I guess the door would kind of open in Karnan's way.
Yeah, it would open in Karnan's way. So Karnan doesn't have line of sight, unfortunately. But Stefan, you can see both birds. You can take your pick. You get to make your attack now.
Shoot him! Shoot him off mute.
There we go. I think I will.
You won't be able to Hunter Smart. This is just a straight shot.
Can I move before I shoot, or am I just shooting?
Nope. This is a ready to action. Basically, when your trigger happens, that's when you shoot. This is still the first round of combat, though, right?
Yep.
So, you would get...
Well, I can do
I'd
my
let you have Dread
Ambusher.
Ambusher on the shot. You only get one shot, so...
We need to hold shift down for Dread Ambusher?
No. You have to hit. If it hits, then you just click Dread Ambusher.
Oh, then I do it. That's right. Alright, so I'm going to...
He's confident. It's going to hit.
For this guy.
Yeah, 26 hits it, no problem. And it's already on there, so just roll the damage. Okay. It obliterates it. There's just a burst of feathers where it hits, and it's just gone. There's actually as it hits, there's this a pop and snap as green electricity flashes around the arrow, and then this extremely dead bird lands in little pieces all over the courtyard. You bullseye it. You could not have hit it more center, and it is obliterated. Okay, so that's the end of your ready to action. This one will go to here and here, and it shoots a spark from its beak, snaps out like static electricity at Weedle. But it misses. So Weedle, as you're running, there's this, and you see this green lightning bolt. It's not giant. It's it looks like static electricity. Zaps from its beak just past you and leaves a little scorch mark on the courtyard next to you. That's its turn. Another one goes and gets to here. You have a shot at it, Karnan.
But I had a ready to action, right?
Yeah. So your ready to action is when you see a target.
So I'm behind the door, so can I see this one now?
The door's been partially opened, and this thing's flown enough in front of it that you can see it. Okay. So you can take a ready to action to shoot at it.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
I will shoot it. Shoot it.
Shoot!
This track is called Low Intensity Battle. It's definitely low intensity.
Yeah.
It's probably a little lower intensity than I was aiming for. That is a hit.
It's a very enlightening track.
And it is dead. You snipe it.
Yes.
Maybe this is here a little better. There we go. Yeah, well, that's...
Pretty intense, but...
That might be a little far in the other direction, yeah.
Hey, did Weedle pick this track?
Yeah,
this is
Weedle
what it feels like for Weedle right now.
Maybe Weedle's just overselling this. Let's try. There we go. That's a little better.
Yeah, leave it to Weedle to die.
I like that. That'll work.
Gnats.
This is the stare down. We'll do that. Okay. Okay. So, one more Sprackle to go here. And it goes to here. It goes to, let's see, here. And then it zaps a lightning spark at Weedle. Hitting with a 21.
21.
All right.
For 3 damage.
I'm good. I'm fine.
You lived.
Okay. It turns over. Gamelon, you're up. The gateway is open now, so it is possible to get in.
Indeed. All right. Come on.
We have friendly shopkeeper running from the guards. Adventurer's Day Off. That's one of my tracks. Heroic Deeds. That feels like it's going to oversell it.
Oh,
all right, JJ. Did you want to go one more?
Yep. There you go.
Okay.
I was trying to get there.
All right. Targeting Sprackle 1.
Targeting Sprackle 1 and messing up my character sheet while dragging stuff around. I'll have to fix that later.
Because of the glare, it looks like Neil has a giant white mustache.
Swinging at the thing. That's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. Ouch.
Alright. That'll be my round, and now I gotta figure out how to fix this.
Okay, nice.
Alright, I want to be 1 square to the south of that one.
Okay.
So I'm
What?
not in people's way.
What, there?
No, south,
No.
the other direction.
He would
Oh,
be
I got. I
off
understand
map.
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. Okay, no problem.
Okay. And then I just want to Eldritch Blast this dude.
Okay.
That is actually something nice about FGU. It actually has
Nope.
space around the maps. that
Just
you can
not
put
rolling
people.
well.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I'm gonna
Nope, that's a
Shillelagh
whiff.
bonus action.
Okay. Sounds good. Then we're done with Percy. Let's change him to delete the initiative. Okay, Stefan, your turn, buddy.
Gonna unmute and then
Unmuting's good.
run up here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do the sharpshooter feat.
Okay.
I'm feeling pretty confident. I can
Okay. So click the -5 to attack before you make your attack roll.
Just want to point blank shoot in the eye.
Yeah.
After the first one exploded into feathers, he's like, "That was
Oh,
fun."
miss.
That's a whiff.
We got
That's-
three
yeah,
twos in a
three
row.
twos in a row.
Yeah, yikes.
We're doing bad with these twos
That's
right
good.
now.
You guys get him out of the
Oh,
way.
You too, Steve?
Use them up.
All right.
It's like a shared dice pool.
Two, Brute?
All right, Karnan.
Right. Karnan's going to try and get a little more into the action here.
Okay.
Here. These. Target Sprackle one.
Okay. This is with your bow.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I didn't think about the fact that I guess I could be short sorting Sprackles. I
It's
didn't
up
know
to
if
you.
they if that would lend itself to
It's however you want to attack.
bird
Yep.
attacks. Well, actually, I can't get around Gamelon to get.
You could have gone it there
Could have.
instead,
You
right?
could have gone there.
You could have
instead.
gone 5 more feet of movement. Like you only moved
Yeah.
25 or 30.
Can I do that then?
Yeah.
Instead,
You actually have
Then do my
35
movement
feet
and-
of movement. You could have gotten there anyway.
and put me there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
then
you're an elf,
I will go short sword then.
Okay.
If that's feasible. So I will still. I think I still have Sprackle one.
Yeah, you do.
So I will.
Yeah. Critical hit.
This could leave a mark.
Killed it.
All
So
right.
Wow.
you
I will-
nimbly dance
with-
in with your elven plate. All of a sudden, there's a flash as the swords come out. That Sprackle doesn't see that though. As you come up in a whirlwind, shoom, your first one slices right through it. There's a green flash of sparks, and it goes down.
Very nice. I will try and
Do
offense
less
and
Than the
Sprackle
least
4.
amount of damage, or two more than the least amount of damage you can do on a crit. You still killed it.
Not very powerful.
2 more.
No, they're not.
1
Not
more.
very.
They're kind of glass
Well, it was
cannons.
doubled.
Yeah.
It was
Sprackles
Do a
doubled.
lot of damage.
Sprackles just do a lot of damage. They don't have a lot of hit points.
Yeah, Sprackles don't seem very tough. So I will. Well, I'm gonna miss
Well,
that.
there you go. There's the other side of
A
it.
20
He tried to do a
and a
fancy
one.
like spin hit with both blades and one
Right.
That's
crit and
better
one-
than all 2s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think Weedle probably has a different assessment of their threat level. But,
Weedle's like, man, these guys are tough.
We'll
I
roll
just
the
like
lightning
I just like the image of a cat getting chased off by a bunch of electric birds.
like taser birds.
Yeah, that's a good description. They're taser birds.
Busy
Busy.
comes in to
Okay.
the gate a bit, and then sees one on the right there, and a firebolt flies.
Oh,
Yes.
26 hits.
a palpable hit.
Ooh,
Or all the
10.
damage. Hey, that's more damage than a crit.
Yeah.
All right,
And
you
then
annihilate one with a firebolt.
He orders Percy to come around, and it lets off a thing from there. I guess it's only Nace that needs it right
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
6 tempo points to Nace.
It's actually 7 now because he needs to have his sheet. I did that from Percy. He needs to up with my
yeah.
modifier. So if you want to change his temp HP
I'm
to 7,
changing it.
So it should be +4 now.
Edit.
Five, 10, 15.
+4. Okay, he's modified.
Sweet.
So I'll move there.
Okay.
Actions. Attack me, why don't you?
That's a whiff.
Attack me, why don't you?
There you go.
There you go.
Just leave with the dagger every time.
You didn't sneak attack.
Why didn't you?
Should have.
Yeah.
Let's see, that would be 2d6. So let me do this.
Yeah.
One,
You
It's
killed
dead.
it.
It's dead.
Yeah.
It's a pretty
One
shitty
more.
roll, but yes, it's dead. Delete. There we go. Alright, you killed the
Still
last
11
one.
damage.
I'm going to unlock tokens. I will clear
I'm going to move by
initiative.
Percy and stroke its little head. I'm gonna put Percy on my shoulder and say, "Give me some lovin', baby."
Get a blast. 7 temp HP.
I'll take it. And
And then it'll climb off your shoulder and climb onto Busy.
okay.
Okay.
And then use a healing potion.
Okay.
So that is 2d4 plus 2 plus 2, 2d4. So 6 more points. Golly.
Work. Good work, Weedle.
Did I do that right? No, I didn't.
So, the only doorway that you find into the dungeon itself is blocked by a single door.
11.
The wood in the sturdy door frame looks new, but the strips of discolored bronze that band it look centuries old. So the bronze hinges also look ancient, but freshly greased.
Busy's gonna inspect the door for any weird tampering or even runes of any kind. I don't know. Is there like any runes and things you know of undead people would put on stuff, or is that not really a thing? Like necromancer stuff.
I mean, that'd be part of your investigation check.
Sure.
It's not something Busy's intimately familiar with.
Okay.
The door does not appear to be trapped or anything like that. Based on just gently testing the door, you're pretty sure it's barred from the other side, though, because it doesn't wiggle even a little bit.
There are any windows on the
Gamelon, are you
tower?
checking out the rock pile, I assume?
Yes, whatever that
Okay.
is over there. Still up.
Sure. So there's a rock slide that came tumbling down the mountain there, and it's poured just a pile of rocks up against the mountain slope. The pile doesn't look like it's been disturbed. It just looks like a natural rock slide.
Looking up, it's just come off the cliff face.
I'm sorry?
Looking up, it's just come off the cliff face. It's not like...
Yeah, you can see where part of the cliff face, you can see like it's gouged out. You can see where a landslide led to this debris pile building up here. You'd say the rocks themselves are probably, they could go 10 feet deep. There's a couple very large boulders and then a lot of lighter, smaller stones and dirt.
Maybe you want to be careful throwing thunder spells around the cliffside.
I'd like to investigate the door also, see if I recognize anything about it.
Sure, investigation.
And I want to look at the tower.
Nothing
Windows
unique.
kind
Nothing
of-
stands out to you outside of what I've already said. The wood looks new, and the hinges look freshly greased. What was
Are
that?
there any
Weedle?
windows on this tower?
Yeah, so it looks like about 3 stories above you. You can see 2 sets of windows. One at like the very top floor and one on the floor just below that. To the keep.
Okay.
But they're
Didn't
quite
we
a
have a
ways up.
wand to detect? Didn't we have a wand to detect magic?
Yep.
Yes, we do. Or you do. Sorry, I'm not on your team.
Same team,
Well, that's
Jason.
obvious.
I'm
Is
on
there anything
everybody's team
magical
but
about
Weedle.
this door? Or should we just kick it in?
I didn't find anything, but I think it's barred on the other side. It might be requiring a mighty kick to knock through that.
I do
You're
have
very
this-
strong, Gamelon, but I won't be surprised if it holds fast.
We have a way to burn down the wall or door.
That sounds like a
excuse me.
challenge.
I've got this wand of web.
I
don't
can
know if that
always
would
scale
help.
the wall and go in and open the door. No.
Oh yeah, that.
We've done that.
We've
Bad,
been
bad
there.
plan. Bad plan.
Well, if you were trying to burn the door down, that would take a while, I assume.
Yeah, it would take quite a while. It's green wood.
Even with Sacred Flame, it's at
Yeah, it is a
Is
lot.
there
of
any way I
hit points
think
to
I
be
can-
blasting for a while.
I mean, do we know the door's locked?
It feels barred
Busy
from
said
the
that
other
he
side.
thinks it's barred.
Doesn't mean we can't try, but it'll be hard. Probably be hard to open.
I'm
Okay.
gonna try to open it. I assume it is locked.
Yep, doesn't move.
Well then, only one way in I can see.
You could
Knock
call
it.
for the
Should
strength
one of
of
us knock?
that Ixion
Oh, we knocked
fellow.
on the door.
I guess maybe someone's home that would answer. I don't know if we'll like who answers the door though.
Someone who answered with attack birds.
It could just be guard birds.
Well, if I stick this web around there, they won't be able to move through the doorway very easily.
Neither will we.
True.
Let me know what
All
you
right
want to do.
then.
1 second.
I guess
1001.
Busy's the other strongish person along with Karna.
Are the
I
doors?
guess.
Well-
I mean, are they pretty well created, or is there a
Can
gap in
anyone
there?
cast knock? Because we do have a scroll.
Is there a gap between the doors that we think we can put a blade in and lift the bar?
Not really. The door
Okay.
fits pretty tightly.
Are they?
You could try. I'm not saying you can't try it, but I don't know that you have anything thin enough to fit between the doors. The
Are
door
the
and the door
hinges on
frame.
the? Do the doors open in or out?
This door opens outward.
So we can't see the
Oh.
hinges either. Okay.
That's
Can
not
we
gonna
hear
be
anything on the
creepy.
other side of the door?
Because that way you can't. You'd have to pull the bar through it to get it to come out.
Mm-hmm,
I'm sorry. What'd you say, Tim?
If we listen at the door, can I hear anything on the other side of the
Give me
door?
a perception check.
And I don't think knock's on any of our spell lists, so
It would only be yours.
it's not an artificer.
Okay.
You just hear some wind kind of coming down off the mountain through the courtyard. You don't hear anything on the inside or beyond the door.
How about we either knock or we try to shoulder it through?
Yeah, those are our options right now.
Or we go through the window.
The windows are really high. I can try to climb it.
And slip and fall to your death.
Or we could try and fashion some kind of ram from those rocks and some stuff.
The other option I have is I can just plant a flaming sphere on it for a minute. Should loosen it some, but it's not going to be quiet.
Well, I think anybody inside the castle, keep, whatever it is, knows we're here because I was screaming like a little cat.
If nothing we do is going to be quiet, I think we should first try to knock.
Okay. Well,
Like,
I
let's
agree.
let them know we're here, and then if they won't answer, let's find a way in.
Knock with persuasion.
You know,
All right.
he said he didn't necessarily want to kill everyone here. as long as they leave. That's all we're going
Ironically, the track that's playing is called Puzzle Phase.
I'm
It's
going
just
to
one
knock
of
with persuasion.
Okay. All right. You thump on the door. Boom, boom, boom.
Anyone in
Wait
there?
a little bit.
Come out.
Nothing.
Right. I'm gonna go start looking around this side of the wall, just to see if I can find anything.
Sure. Tokens aren't locked. It's the spot where it goes flat is the cliff edge. It looks like the tower is flush to the cliff edge for at least 2 or 3 floors. And then it just the cliff kind of gradually goes away from the sides of the tower. By the time the tower reaches its top, it's probably a good 30, 40 feet between the tower and the cliff wall.
Is there any way, I'm sorry, is there any area on here that I think the tower is more scalable than another? To the first level of windows?
No, not really. It all looks, you don't see any windows on the back side. The only windows you've seen are on the front. Basically, where this arrow is, and like an opposing one on this side.
How do I
Gamelon, do you still have that weapon that like hits constructs hard?
I do.
Hey, Josh,
Does that
how's
do
it going?
more damage to like doors or walls? Going to be more effective at knocking this door down.
That'd be up to Jason, but effectively it's just the constructs.
Yeah, it's just constructs. It won't do extra damage to like an object. It has to be a living object.
Okay.
What it actually does is
Alright, then.
disrupt the magic that animates a construct.
Okay.
I'm gonna stand back a few feet. Stefan, stand a hair back, would you?
Okay.
You could
I
cut.
should probably.
Oh, you're doing Flaming Sphere. You're not even going to try and shoulder the door first?
Yeah. Okay.
It's just an athletics
he
check
did.
away.
What's that?
It's just an athletics check.
You've
What,
heard
to
of
hit?
battering ram. We have a battering
Yeah, to
turtle.
smash the door in.
Alright, try that first.
You are a 400-pound, 500-pound turtle, right?
I am, yeah.
I figure it's just
We have guidance. You could even call for guidance. on
Shell
Yeah, I can
first.
give you guidance.
What does guidance do?
It adds
you
one
do a
D4
plus
to your
D4
check.
for one skill check. Just roll a D4. I'll add it to what you just got. Okay. You blast the door apart. As you hit it, there's a wrenching noise of metal screeching through stone as the bolts that secure the hinges to the stone walls just tear free. Fragments of powdered granite tear away from the hinges. The door actually buckles. It doesn't break completely, but the bronze banding bends and leaves like a turtle shell shaped dent in the door. And it kind of bends slightly concave before like sliding 2 feet in and then crashing flat to the floor and leaving you facing this room, which I'm going to reveal. Let's see, let's go to here. Doink. You're just 5 feet in. You don't go skidding that far.
Hey, honey, we're home.
Crunch! Oh! Guess it was not as strong as it looked.
That
Full
or
of
you,
old crates.
that or you rolled quite well. That's the other.
I mean, you could have rolled that publicly since it was a physical check.
That's true.
I suppose. Well,
Okay, let's put this here. Why didn't it reveal that corner? Let's redo that. There we go.
I don't
Okay.
see it. Oh, on the ledge.
So, you are looking at the ground floor of the building is a couple feet higher than the courtyard itself. Neil, you just got inspiration for the voice. The ground floor of the... I'm serious, you just got inspiration. The ground floor of the building is a couple feet higher than the courtyard, so water doesn't seep in whenever it gathers. This looks like it was once a common area, maybe even used to stable animals or hold refugees. But today, the stone floor of the dungeon is covered with dirt and wooden wreckage that fills the room. There are no windows. The room is dark except for the light that's coming in through your newly opened portal. You can dimly see a door in the back of the room and an enclosed stone staircase along the right wall that's winding its way up to the next level.
Illuminate my shield.
Do I have time to load
You cast
my
light,
crossbow?
shedding light into the room. I assumed it was loaded, but yes.
Cast light on mine too.
Okay, you guys have
Come on
multiple
in,
light
friend.
sources.
It's just an old storeroom.
Okay, everybody...
Is this a door to the back?
Neil, stop moving. Everyone else, show me where you were. Oh, yeah, you weren't that far.
Oh, did I not get that far? Okay,
No,
I was
you
headed
did not.
toward that
Nobody
door,
got past
so
Neil.
Whatever would be straight back that way is
And
where
a
I
couple
would
of
go.
you guys gotta move here. Let's see. Okay, locking tokens. I'd like all of you to roll initiative, please.
Oh God!
You even name them for us.
Where was the... I swear I'm missing one.
I'm fast for once.
I'm not. Just take my time. No rush.
Okay, there's that one. There's that one. That's the one I missed. Okay. There we go. Okay.
How does
that's
Weed
that
all
one.
keep ending up next to like 4 enemies?
You guys like to wade in.
You're doing it wrong.
So, as you guys all just kind of walk in, all of a sudden, the crates and wood piles and stuff, yes, Josh, he's an artificer, they bust aside, and you see 6, well, they're obviously dead people, but unlike the traditional zombie you've seen, they actually look more or less intact. Their eyes have a weird glaze to them. Their skin is a yellow-greenish tint, and their hair is very drab. Actually, I'm sorry, like a grayish-green tint to their skin. They just look kind of pallid with a little green tinge to them. They all rise. Some of them are holding weapons like pitchforks, and you see one looks like you've got a butcher's cleaver. They're wearing common clothes. Weedall, something you actually keep up on. Their fashion sense is off. Like everything burst up. You're like, oh my god, we're in a fight. Your clothes are really outdated. Like that just kind of strikes your mind as you're looking. You just know their clothes are too old. This has not been a style people wore for a long time. So anyways, they all rise up and they're like, "Oh, get him!" and talking. Weedle, you're the first person to act though. You have a grayish-skinned person rise up right next to you, like burst out of the crate right next to you. He is holding, brandishing a big club. Yeah. But like they all come out at once, is like the one at the very top north yells, "Attack!" and they all get ready to go at it. But
All right.
you're quicker.
Maybe we can keep one of them alive, but not this one.
It's too late. They're already unalive.
If your guys' passive perception
Right.
was worse, they would have surprised you, but you guys are too good at it. And they were not that
I don't know what
sneaky.
you're talking about. I was stunned.
Yeah. Okay, you pierce him for 13 damage, lightly wounding him. And miss with the
Oh,
dagger.
these guys are quick.
Yep.
Not like a regular zombie.
Yeah, they do move much quicker.
I'm gonna move there.
They're
They have lightning
fast.
reflexes.
Yeah.
And as I'm going away, I'm gonna tell him, dude, you need some fashion help. That style hasn't been around for eons.
All right. Gamelon, you're actually next to act. Wow, you got in quick.
Yeah. I am going to Radiance of the Dawn. And I don't know why that's a 10. It should be a
It's
DC,
not a DC 10. It's
it should be a DC 14, but I think I fucked up my sheet.
Oh,
you haven't
I'll
cast it
fix
on anyone yet, so you can.
Hold on, let me fix your sheet. Actions. Radiance of the Dawn. Yeah, your attack was set to your base instead of wisdom. Or I'm sorry, your
And
cast.
They're not even wearing armor, and their armor class is at least 15.
Wisdom. That one's set.
There.
Are there any more of these I need to
And
set?
the last time we fought zombies, it
I
went
fixed
so
your spell
well.
one already.
I need to target everybody anyway. So here, I'll just target
I
everybody.
fixed your spell one. Okay.
Alright, so
Everyone's
now they're all
gonna
targeted.
blow a bunch of them up.
Now we're going
I
to do
bet.
this.
Okay.
Yep. Oh,
That was success, failed,
Three and
failed, failed, success,
3 and
success.
3.
So 3 of them failed their save. And
Damage.
That's
dang,
really good.
19
that's awesome
damage.
damage.
Looks like 1 of them heavily wounded, 2 moderately wounded, and 3 of them lightly wounded. So you go, and it goes. There's a flash, and a light just pulses through the room. All of them like recoil. They're like, ah! But it doesn't have the same reaction you're used to when you hit undead. Like,
Right.
they seem to kind of resist it a little bit. It definitely hurts, but they don't take like a. You don't see like their flesh just disintegrating in the energy. They definitely seem hurt badly, but they don't have the same reaction that you would expect from undead.
Stand away, fiends. I think that's all I can do.
You got bonus action spells if you want.
That's true.
Oh,
'Cause you
spiritual
haven't-
weapon.
Yeah, I was gonna say you haven't cast a spell.
I'm going to
All
cast
right.
spiritual weapon. Then.
I will get you your token. Your sweet ass golden hammer of light.
Nice.
And where do you want it to
And it's
appear? I
going-
think it's within 30 feet of you or 60 feet of you, one or the other. Okay.
Next to this fellow who's orange there.
Okay.
And it's going to take a swing at him.
Okay. Sounds good. 25 connects. Didn't have him targeted, I guess.
And that's 10 force. Oh, shit, sorry.
Just drag it and drop it on him. Just drag your damage and drop it onto him, and that way you'll get the damage for it.
You dragged
Not
the attack
doing?
twice. You didn't drag the damage yet.
Yeah. You drag the attack roll.
Oh, I apologize. There we go.
You got it. There you go. 10 damage
Crunch.
to him. He is still heavily wounded.
Golly, they have a lot
He's
of hit points.
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now I've lost my attack box. Here we go. Combat check. Oh, wait a second. I suppose I better move.
Is this still a puzzle?
No, I just switched the music.
I better move up to there.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Sounds good. So, the lightning zombies go. The first one's going to wade through the rubble to here. And he's actually going to go all the way to here. And he will start off. Oh, man. These guys can do a lot of
I
stuff.
bet they can use lightning. It's going to be like
Lightning bolt.
tic-tac-toe.
It tries to grab Gamelon. It's going to make it's going to make an athletics check against Gamelon.
against my
Um,
athletics check.
And yeah, I need
Or-
you to make either athletics check or acrobatics check to avoid being grappled.
And I assume that's going in the tower.
He got a no. It's out in the open. He got
Okay.
a 15. You got a 22. He fails to grapple you. That's his turn. But he runs up. He's like, ah, ah, and you run, and he starts going, ah, and you see like energy crackle up and down his skin a little bit as he's reaching, trying to get a hold of you. But he fails.
Don't let him touch you.
Busy.
Somebody needs to cast a wand of grounding. Just short them all out.
That's what that immovable rod was for.
Yes, which they didn't have.
Busy's gonna try out his fancy new wand. He points it
I
at
should switch to combat view here.
What's
one of
your
the guys.
fancy new wand?
the wand of paralysis.
Ooh.
You try it on one of the.
He tries it at the one at the very far back of the room.
Okay.
This fella?
Succeeds on his saving throw.
A beam of energy tries to coil around it to restrict it, and it somehow
wait.
shrugs it off.
We suck at zombies.
Percy will start doling out stims for the fight.
It starts to lace around it, but you see it just kind of like, as it starts to go, it goes, "Ah!" and just spreads its arms, and the energy dissipates and just can't hold it. Okay, number 4 goes. He will also try to grapple Gamelon. Making an athletics check.
They're coming after me.
He
Oh,
gets a
hits me.
13. He successfully grapples you. Grappled. Boink. Okay.
That was 5 that grappled him?
Yep.
No, I rolled a 5.
No,
Okay.
4.
The grapple.
Number 4 grappled him.
That one.
Oh, the
The super
Damage claim.
wounded one.
Okay.
The one who's tore up grapples him.
Yep.
So he grabs a hold of you and he's going, "Ah!" And you see his body starting to charge up and energy crackling up and down his arms.
Oh,
But he drags you 15 feet.
Oh, wow.
It's difficult terrain to drag somebody while they're grappled. So he's like, "Arr!" and he's dragging you over back away from the rest of the group. But
they're
that's his
strong.
turn. Number 3 goes. He lumbers through all the wood piles, and he actually just tries to slam Stefan. Getting a 19, he hits, and he bashes you over the head with a club for 6 damage. It's absorbed by your temp hit points, though. And that's his turn. The next one also just shuffles around through all the garbage and broken crap and lands there, and he keep going. And he tries to grapple Nace. Athletics or acrobatics. He got a 16. 12. Brian is grappled. Sorry, Nace is grappled by Greater Zombie 1. It's actually 1. I actually moved 5 on purpose on accident.
I see.
There, I'll
They
fix
overlapped.
that. And then
Right.
let's see, 4 was the one that had him. I'm gonna target Gamelon so you can see which one's targeting him real quick. Okay, got that
I think
fixed.
only you can see the targets.
Okay, well that way I can have a reminder of
Yeah.
who's grappling
Yeah.
who. Okay, so then the last zombie goes, and he actually just tries to slam Gamelon.
Bring it.
23 hits
Oh, he brought it.
It's been brought.
for 3 damage, absorbed by your temp hit points, and that's his turn. Stefan, you're up.
Alright, I am going to Hunter's Mark.
Hold shift.
Thank you. This guy right here. And I'm going to attempt to hit him with my crossbow.
Okay. 15, you still hit.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't say Dread Ambusher. Is it apply on the first shot?
I would assume it does. You've always said it does, so I'm fine with it applying.
All
So
right.
click your Dread Ambusher before you do your damage. See how much you do. 13 damage, moderately wounding him. And then you get a second shot because of Dread Ambusher.
Still got a rolled hit.
Yep. And that one misses.
Miss.
Alright, Karnan. They have 15 armor class.
Mm-hmm.
They don't appear to be wearing any armor. This is just their natural thick skin.
They're fast and strong.
Yeah,
All right.
they're
I
actually
wonder,
very strong.
Can I use my channel divinity and turn the
Yeah.
turn the unholy? These
Turn on
guys?
dead.
Your
they undead
channel
or fiend?
divinity. Yours is Nature's Wrath. Or are you talking about Turn the Faithless? Turn the Faithless is Fey and Fiends, though, not undead.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong
Yeah.
one again. That
Now-
figures.
Nature's Wrath is you can cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet of you that you can see, but it's just one creature. But they have to make a strength or dexterity save or be restrained, which means they basically like disadvantage on all their attack rolls. And I think ability checks too.
And we've
Condition.
already established they're pretty strong.
Restrained. Speed 0. Attack rolls against it have advantage. Its attack rolls have disadvantage. And it has disadvantage on dex saves.
All right, I think I will. Can't go around these, so I really don't have much option other than to go the ones.
You'd stand there or probably there, unless this is just difficult terrain. This stuff or what?
Yeah, it's all difficult terrain.
Where did
Any
you-
of the lumber piles are difficult terrain and an athletics or acrobatics check to avoid falling prone.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what, let me.
But he could get into this first square because it's half full. Wow.
Where
Yeah,
did
he could move into the square north of him, no problem. It's just a broken
Hmm.
crate.
Because there's no wrong choices.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Let me go up here.
Okay.
And I will take a couple of swipes.
Okay, short swords.
Yes.
Okay.
Short sword.
You wade in, mithril armor gleaming, and whiff
Swoosh.
away with the first one.
More
I
sevens.
shan't be
That's your-
deterred.
Dragon mouth hilt blades. 25 hits easily. You do
God.
3 damage.
3 damage.
Right him.
That was
All adds up.
unfortunate.
Hey! Alright, I'm
Nice.
gonna shillelagh. And that. And. Let's do a green flame blade.
Okay. Crit.
Nice.
Oh yes.
13 damage, moderately wounding it, and then green flame blade hits.
The
one?
dude next to him, 5 feet.
Are
Gotcha.
you grappled right now?
Yep.
Yeah,
you
so
can-
grappling doesn't affect your ability to fight. It just makes your movement 0.
Yeah, my movement's 0, and I could have tried to use my action to break grapple, but I don't care. I'll just.
And just
melee this guy.
FYI, I'll just tell you this: one of the best ways to break a grapple, John would tell you this anyway, is to shove your opponent, because it only uses one of your attacks when you have multiple attacks. So, because any forced movement breaks a grapple.
Now, but...
It doesn't make difference now, but at 5th level, it starts to matter a lot.
Yeah. The last zombie.
Okay, yeah. So zombie 6. Well, actually, wait up top here to where this big turtle's been drug aside, and yells something about slaying the monster, and he tries to slam you. Oh, he missed. Sorry, I should have waited, but he missed. Next turn, Weedle, you're up.
So I'm gonna wait up into here.
Okay. You nimbly step up onto this old creaking crate and hit.
Hey!
Got hit maneuvers. Ouch.
For 13 damage. Oh, God, what a terrible roll. Heavily wounding him.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. You got a six.
Hey, got another hit.
And hit again with the dagger. It's been a long time since you've hit twice in a row.
Yeah, no kid.
I don't know what you're
I guess you
attacking.
He's
Keep on
getting rid of
rolling
the
those
next
attack
miss.
rolls.
Getting
Yeah,
rid of the next miss.
get the miss out of the way.
You don't have a D20 damage.
You rolled it, it counts.
so-
All right, 2 damage.
2 damage.
Wow. Okay,
The wrong icon.
okay, and you nimbly duck away.
All right, then.
Brave Sir Robin.
We're
Gemelon,
sitting against the
That's what you do.
spiritual weapon hits for 8 damage, critically wounding your target. Which one is that? 4?
the one in the middle.
The one that's
4.
got
The
him
one who's
grabbed.
grappling you. Gotcha.
And then oh man. A lot of damage. I
What
will
did you
just
jam it
try-
to, Jason?
The music. The battle music.
Oh,
Dark
it was
battle.
muted for me.
Oh.
Yeah, you've got that gate such that it drops out quite a bit.
I
We
will
were sitting
just
there
try-
going like, what are you listening to?
Did I forget to turn on
Yes,
original
another
mic?
hit.
So, yep, hit with an 18.
That's
4.
magic.
8 damage. Not enough to
Still
finish
alive.
it
Oh,
off. Yep.
no.
Still kicking.
Oh. Your spiritual weapon may take it off.
You already used
Four,
the special
so
one.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, he already used it.
All right.
I'm paying attention, guys, really.
There's just a lot going on.
That's what I can do.
Let's see. All right. Zombie 5.
North of Stefan.
Yeah, he will try to slam Stefan again. Actually, no, he's going to try and grab him. Stefan, you can make either an athletics check or an acrobatics check to avoid being grabbed. He rolled very high. He got a 24.
I don't know if he can beat that. Roll 20, you can do it.
Roll your 30-sided dice.
Yeah, did that show up? Oh boy. That didn't show up in the... Maybe I rolled it in the wrong place. That's good. Cause
Just roll it in the dice box.
Time.
Or the chat window is what I mean to say.
Oh boy. Moving stuff.
You can also double click if you don't want to drag.
Yeah, you can double click him. Nope, a 10 is not enough. You are grappled. So your speed is 0 until you get ungrappled. But that's his turn. He starts going, "Arr!" and he's holding on to you, and he's yelling. You can see energy starting to crackle across his shoulders.
Oh, I'm beginning to think the turn after being grappled may not be pleasant.
Busy.
Yeah.
Busy notices the one near Gamlon seems to be almost dead, and so he's going to send 2 darts from his magic missile wand at it.
Okay.
And then 1 more at the one right in front of him that's grabbing on Nace.
Okay. Zoop. All right. You easily dispatch the one on Neil.
Crunch.
And then catch the one grabbing Nace for 5. So a bunch of little missiles zip around and slam into him. It blasts the first one, and you realize the one to the left, 6, is actually a woman, and she screams. She's like, "Arturo, no!" She seems quite upset.
Oh, we've killed somebody's husband.
Yeah.
Unhusband.
I think I have everyone targeted but Gamelon with Percy.
Is re-widowed now?
No, probably no additional HP for him.
Oh my god.
Who got them, so.
Just
the
all
fun
those
got 'em.
rolls.
Okay, sorry, Lightning Zombie 3. We'll try to grab Karnon.
Okay.
He is going to make an athletics check. You can roll athletics or acrobatics to avoid it. Ooh. Yeah, he did pretty well too. He got a 24.
Holy cow.
Yep, 8's not going to do it.
Good.
You could have rolled a 20, it wouldn't have done it. So,
Okay,
Yeah.
you
is
are
your
grappled.
athletics higher than acrobatics?
Probably not.
No, I still wouldn't have made it. It's a +4 for acrobatics.
Oh,
would've given me
yeah,
one more.
but next time you're getting grappled, use acrobatics.
I've
Just because it can go higher.
these grapples would have been crits, so they
Yeah. Thanks for rolling grapples instead of crits.
Exactly.
if they make
Maybe.
it to the next turn with grapples, it's pretty bad. So
Yeah,
it's
that's what
worth
I was
it.
thinking.
It's a build up, but after this they have advantage on all attacks and then some other sweet stuff. So
Well, there's nothing we can do about it, so.
all right. Number 1, who has Nace grappled, is just like, "Ah! And all of a sudden he pulses, and you take 2d6 lightning damage. For 9,
Partially moved.
and he will. He's not going to go anywhere. He'll move up 1 and drag you with him. And as he's dragging you, he's like, and you see him starting to build up again. He's shaking. You notice his eyes are bloodshot, and like this greenish, grayish gook is starting to leak from his eyes and nose and ears. He's going and starts to build up with the electricity again. Okay. Next up, this one will just try and slam Gamelon.
Gamelon's no longer grappled, by the way.
I know.
Okay, so, question: can I warding flare a grapple or only an attack?
I would let you warding flare a grapple attempt too, but this guy's attacking. He's not grappling.
He's just trying to just flat out slam.
Yeah, he's just trying to smash you.
Let him have it.
Okay. 18. He misses. All right, and that's his turn. Stefan, your turn. Are you grappled? You are grappled. You're being grappled by number 5.
I can still shoot number 5.
You can.
Ooh.
Now this is a thing where it gets a little weird. If you were using your rapier and crossbow, you could take an attack action and shove instead of using the rapier, and then as a bonus action, use your hand crossbow. But you'd probably be better off to just use your crossbow. It's just, they would give you an attempt to try and get ungrappled. It just depends how good you are at shoving. Because it's an athletics check, and I don't think you're that good at athletics.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't roll athletics.
Yeah.
But live and learn.
Gamelon's probably the only one who's any good at strength stuff. Maybe Busy?
Busy got +1.
I've got decent athletics.
You connect, though, with a 23.
Yes.
Oh, this guy's marked, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. I see a cone. I see a cone being prepared.
I'm sorry, I have decent acrobatics.
Oh my god.
6 damage. Oh god, you guys are rolling terrible damage.
Wow.
6 damage. He is heavily wounded though.
All right. Good luck, boys.
Good luck, boys. I'm off.
Karnan.
All right. Well, he is already targeted, so I will wade in with my short sword.
Okay. 23. You hit.
I will now divine smite him.
All right.
Yeah.
I do not
So-
want to partake.
You don't want to be lit up like a Christmas tree?
Yeah, I think I'll skip that.
In your
I don't
solid
really have
mithril
much
armor.
of a choice.
Yeah.
Lightning rod. Okay. Yep. Divine smite added. Roll the damage. See how bad it is.
That was good.
Ooh.
Yes.
Wow.
Good damage.
26
Mhm.
damage. Nice roll.
Tell you, the
Okay,
amount of
so-
hit points and the
Oh
amount
yeah,
of
it did an
damage
extra
these guys
D8
do.
because they're undead. That
So
was 3 D8.
now,
added.
although I have a second
You still
attack,
have another attack, yeah.
Can I still move up?
Yeah,
You're
you
not
can move
grappled anymore.
You can move between attacks. Yeah, he wasn't
Okay,
grappled
well-
anyway.
He
Yeah, he
was. That was the guy that was grabbing him. He just
Yeah. Then
Stab
I will,
Oh, I
him.
see. I did not take grappled off of you. My bad. I have removed it. Okay.
I will attempt to.
The amount of damage these guys do is shocking.
Here, Stefan. Oh my god.
I actually like that one. It wasn't so forced.
Oh, you're
Uh,
wrong.
Let's see. Short sword.
You connect with a 22
Oh my goodness.
and do 4 damage.
Mm.
Short swords aren't as impressive without a smite behind them.
Yes. I didn't realize. I guess I could have smited again.
There's
but,
at a certain level, you get to add like radiant damage to every attack. So
yeah, level 11.
yeah, it's 11.
Yeah.
It's up there. I'm sure your guys' stronghold will be finished by then. Okay,
I mean,
Nace.
if we make it.
Yeah.
All right. I could
Let's try
attack
it.
zombie 5 if I wanted,
It's
right?
a trial of strength.
He's in range.
All right. Just want to make
Oh.
sure there were no weird rules I was missing.
That was not really working.
Nice.
Hit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That was a green flame blade too. So
Okay.
God, that was terrible.
4 damage.
it's okay. I'm doing more. All better.
And number 1 is heavily wounded.
All better.
The 7 damage. I almost doubled the damage I dealt.
Okay, it's intense. Let's go this one. Alright, so the greater zombie goes. Greater zombie 6.
Greater Zombie 6.
You still have
Uh,
Galen marked as grappled, by the way. And he's
I do? Oh, my bad. Thank you. Removed. There we go. Okay, number 6 will...
I don't know. He's coming for me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know, where's he going?
Golly, they can move.
He is dashing. Everybody he's passing who gets opportunity attacks
Trying to
feel
leave.
free.
He is quite attractive.
Okay, 15. You forgot to target him, but 15 does hit.
All right. There, now he's targeted.
Ooh, wait, I can do that too.
Crunch.
He takes 4 damage from Gamelon. Keeps running. He passes. He leaves busies.
Wait.
Oh,
He gets
go
this
ahead.
too. Oh, never mind. Spiritual weapon doesn't get an arrow, does it?
No, it won't get an opportunity attack.
He's not running by Stefan, by the way.
No.
Oh, thank you. I tried.
He's gonna pass by Weedall.
Does
When I
Busy
get-
have?
I
Busy's
hit.
like busy juggling wands. Does he still get
Do
a
I
dagger?
get-
Oh
or-
no, he runs right.
Yeah,
past
you
Busy
get
then.
sneak.
Weedall gets
I-
an attack.
You
though.
get sneak attack, right?
If
Yeah,
you hit,
he gets
yeah,
sneak attack.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you
hit.
get a sneak attack.
I
on him.
hit.
Once per turn, and this is a different turn. He's heavily wounded, but he gets clear.
Sorta.
Okay. That is his turn. Start of round 3. Weedall, you get to go again.
Oh, guess who I'm attacking?
Get in his way.
Not sure I want to get in his way. Oh,
You can't get past him.
I can't.
Not
Okay.
without something fancy.
You can stab him.
He's blocking
Can
the
I?
entrance to the stairwell.
Matrix style, up the wall.
Yeah, can I get on this crate and jump over here?
I would require I'll make a deal with you.
Okay.
It's a hard. What you're attempting is hard. You can use either athletics or acrobatics. If you succeed, yes, you get by him. If you fail, you go prone.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Give me whichever one.
I'm gonna roll it in the open.
I'm
Acrobatics.
assuming acrobatics.
Oh no! Oh dang!
Okay.
Ouch.
Okay. You're here, prone, and you lose the rest of your turn. No, you're just prone.
It
But
was
that's
worth
1, 2, 3, 4. So you use 20 feet of movement to get to there, and you're prone now.
And it's half your movement to get up.
Yeah, and half your movement to stand. So you don't have enough movement to stand up right now.
I haven't used my.
So
feline-
basically, you run up and you get ready to do this, and the crates just completely give out under you. You just crash into them and slide 5 feet into the rest of the rebel. And the
Bonus
entire
action.
fight pauses for a second to look over, and they're all like, "He landed on his feet."
That would have been really
Like,
good.
If you got feline or bonus action, you can. probably
Yeah, I've
stand
got
up.
feline agility. So
What
I
he
still
didn't
have-
realize as he jumped on the crate is there were a piece of buttered bread taped to his back. It ripped a hole in space-time.
This wall here, does it go all the way up to the ceiling, or does it
Yes.
kind of?
To the ceiling.
You can just try and kill him instead.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's super boring.
I guess I'll just
I'll just kill him.
close and attack.
Okay, this is with feline agility.
Yes.
Okay.
I've never heard someone be
You want
so.
to
Okay,
run first.
so actually, as it gives, all of a sudden his
We'll just
body
try to
does this
do all the
weird
damage.
aerial twist, and he does actually land on his feet, skid, and come dashing up. It looks like he meant to do it.
Yeah. Before I go over there, I went, whew, misjudged that. Do I have an attack?
You want to unprone him first.
Target.
Oh yeah,
Where
I will
he
unprone
attacks.
you. Sorry.
All right.
No longer prone. 11.
Oh,
You whiff
God.
with the rapier. Connect with the dagger.
That's all that matters. You get to do your sneak attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just gonna be 2 1s. So what's it matter? Oh!
Talking shit.
You're
Jason.
right. There were two
Yes,
ones in there.
There are 2 1s in that number. Critically
I'm-
wounding him.
I'm not gonna move.
Her. Critically wounding her. Jesus, Brian. What a dick. Alright, Gamelon.
I got shocked. I'm out of temp hit points. Arturo!
You savage.
We will target this fella and move the weapon up there as well.
Okay. That's the one
And the
grappling
weapon?
Nace. Okay.
Yeah, that's this guy, the greater zombie 1, right?
Yep.
Alright. First off, spiritual weapon.
22 hits.
Crunch.
6. He's badly hurt.
A little bit of damage anyway.
Still heavily wounded.
I guess there's only one way to find out, so we will attempt to inflict wounds upon it.
Oh, okay. Well, connect
yeah.
with a 20.
That's a lot of damage.
11 damage, critically wounding him. You
Oh,
reach
that's a
so as the weapon's slamming into him, he turns and you reach out and just plant your hand on his shoulder, and there's just a pulse that rips through him. You feel a tingle in your hand as you touch him, but the force of magic coming out of your own hand, the divine power wards off any electrical charge he's carrying. You see the green subside for a second and then kind of crackle back, but yeah, he screams out in agony. Also weird for an undead to scream in pain.
And then I am going to... That's it.
Okay. Lightning zombie. Ugh. Well, first, he releases Stefan. Stefan is... Well, actually, is it the start of his turn? Let me check that.
He releases Stefan?
Boop.
They're trying to escape.
You don't
Lightning,
wanna
at the start of
die.
your turn. You are grappled
Again.
at the start of his turn. So, first you take 10 points of lightning damage and maintain concentration on your hunter's mark. And then he releases the grapple. Boop. Took it off.
Concentration.
And he runs.
Where?
10,
Oh, opportunity attack.
15, 25, 30. Okay, Nace
This
and...
is gonna be
and
a
Stefan.
booming blade opportunity attack.
Oh, shit.
Hit.
Hit.
Oh.
For 4.
All right,
but-
and he kept going. That's a
Yeah,
shame.
he keeps
going.
7 damage, critically wounded. Okay, he then leaves Karnan's range. Karnan, you get an opportunity attack with the short sword.
Stefan?
Sorry, Karnan. Yeah. 15
Fine.
hits. Oh, and Stefan. Yeah, you both do.
Yeah.
Does he get up attacks with his crossbow or no?
Oh, no,
crossbow
not with his
is good.
crossbow. No, not with his crossbow.
You
Okay,
have a
so you
melee
hit him for
weapon.
9 more, but he's still going. He got away. Kinda. Alright, but that's his turn. Busy.
That's super kinda.
Yeah.
Busy's going
Throw
to
down your weapons, beasts.
magic missile. All 3 pumps into the stronger one that's further ahead.
Okay.
The woman.
Bloop, bloop. That's it. She's down.
Yes.
And then, is he able to walk around and get in the way?
Yeah. Yeah, you can. That'd be 20 feet of movement.
And he
Okay.
he has Percy. He like sets Percy down or something before he does that, and Percy will stay in that
Yeah, you can
square,
drop
center
Percy.
square, and
We'll do Percy business.
I am super glad about Percy business
oof.
because
Oh.
I'm gonna need all those I can get.
Okay. Is Nace still grappled?
You bet I am.
Yep.
Let's
okay.
go.
He
Give it to him.
discharges
This is the
for
second round, right?
6 damage.
Is this
And-
the first round or the second?
That's the second round that he's zapped him, yeah.
Yep.
But he then lets go of Nace. And also will try to leave. Let's see. 15, 20, 25. And miss from Gamelon. He will attempt to shove Busy. He gets a 22
I
on
can
his
tie
athletics check.
it. I can tie it.
Yeah, you got this.
Nope.
Almost.
Nope.
Mm.
Okay. He shoves Busy 1 square down and finishes his move right there. Nobody else had a reaction left.
Oh, that's right. They all used them already.
Okay. This guy goes 10, 20, 25, 35, 45, 50, 55, 60, and
Is Busy able to still
up the
see
stairwell.
that guy or no?
Oh, yeah, you can actually see up
Okay.
there. I'll clear a little more of the stairs. He is running up the staircase.
I don't think I reused. If I used my reaction this turn, I thought I used it last turn.
No, you used to.
You did use it last turn because
used
you
it
went.
last turn. He used it on his turn or before he went, because then he did
Yeah.
the crazy skid around on your ass thing. So
Yeah.
yes, you can attack zombie 2.
Okay, and I'll do so.
Nope. He gets
Boo.
away. All right, Stefan, your turn.
Lay them to rest.
So,
The one straight south of you is your mark.
This one?
Yep.
I'm gonna hop over Percy.
Okay, yeah, Percy doesn't take up any space.
And let's see.
At least not this version of Percy.
You need like a crossbow bolt of penetration that just goes through everybody.
I want
Alright,
to shoot
just
through
shoots
two.
It's
Yeah.
an 88 Magnum.
That's right. Shoots through
It
schools.
shoots through schools. 26, easily connect.
Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna go this.
Dope. That's it.
Gotta do it.
Down goes another one.
Can I run past this guy?
No.
5, 10.
Not with all the bodies in the way, you can't. You know what? I'll make the same deal. You can have you will have a hard acrobatics or athletics check to parkour through Weedle's square to get in front of him. If you if you fail it, then you're on your ass.
All right. I'm
You don't need to
feeling.
worry about that, Steve.
So was
What's
I.
that?
For one.
You don't need to worry about that.
I got a feeling. I'm just gonna pass my turn.
Okay. Karnan.
All right. Our. Well, let's see. I guess that's not our. I got 35. So can I? Do I have partial cover to shoot past these guys if I were to come down here?
Who do you want to shoot at?
If I were to shoot at Zombie 2.
The one up the stairs?
Yeah.
He would have 3/4 cover if you went to this square, which is as low as you could go, and have a shot.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hold on. Let me check something.
Well, from here.
I would give him half cover, yeah. If you went down to the doorway, he'd have half cover.
Hmm.
Actually, he'd still end up he'd have half cover and concealment because the stairs are shadowed.
All right. Well,
Or you have dark vision. Never mind. Never mind.
yes.
He's not concealed for you.
So that's 10.
Stairs are going up.
Yes, they are going up.
Let me do this. I will move 10. And I will engage this zombie.
Okay. Oh yeah, you've got your short swords out right now, by the way. If
Yes,
you wanted to go
so-
bow, you would have to throw your short swords on the floor.
Yeah, I think I'll just keep the short sword.
Stick
and
with
hope
the
for
short
best
swords.
here.
Threw him on the ground.
Not that
Oh.
one.
You too.
Yikes! All right.
Two.
Best laid
New,
plans.
the new best roll.
Try
That's
this
why you
one.
carry 2 of them. Yep.
Yeah.
22. That's a
Yeah.
hit.
Good
For
lord.
4 more damage.
Still
Slow
not-
burn.
You got an ace and a few other people left over.
Nace.
Oh.
Shoot him.
We'll do Booming Blade.
Nace is not going to jump from the refrigerator box to the dumpster.
Oh, dang.
Oh, whiff.
It's about one.
Yep, they have 15 AC. Okay, round 4 starts. Weedall, you're first.
Take him out.
Yeah, we're gonna take him out.
Whack him.
Get him out of the way.
Yes. Whoops. Did that not apply sneak attack? Hang on.
Well, you don't have any damage or anything yet. There you go. Holy crap, that was a big bat.
Yeah. Dying.
And then I'm going to. Oh man! If I run up the stairs, I get in the way of the next person with
Jump on his back.
movement. Nope.
Be a backpack.
I'm going to.
Yeah, but you also got sneak attack on your.
You already used it.
Yeah, but if he,
No,
if
he'll
he
get
runs
it
away,
on
you
their
get sneak
turn, too.
attack if he runs away and doesn't disengage.
It's on their turn too.
Yeah, but everybody else is going to move before he does, right?
That might not be true.
Or is he next?
Well, I am.
I don't think Ganla can even get there, can he?
I just need to get here.
You know what? I'm not going to move. That will have feline agility next time, and I can get some. I can get farther. So. I'm passing the rest of my turn.
Okay. Gamelon, that'll be 25 feet of movement to get to there.
Good difficult terrain, yep. This guy can only move 20, right?
You can move 30.
No, the magic weapon.
Oh, your magic weapon? I don't remember,
I
honestly.
think it's just 20, yeah.
He's up there anyway. Does he have cover from me at the moment?
He
I
does
have
have
5
partial
movement.
cover. But he has partial, not with the 5 movement, no.
I'll be that.
From there, no, you've got a clean view of him. Otherwise, the curvature of the walls give him a little cover.
Where are you going, friend?
Uh, 15 hits. Oh, that's a lot. 14 damage. He's moderately wounded.
That was 14 radiant, yeah.
He's lit up. He's easy to hit on the next one.
Yep, whoever attacks him next has advantage,
You have...
and that's all I can do.
Okay. Busy.
Am I able to use inspiration on their saves to give them disadvantage? I'm assuming no.
No.
What the hell?
That was a good try.
That's right.
Worth
It's
an
fair to
ask.
ask.
Nice
He
effort.
brings out the wand of paralysis and says, "All right, this time it's gonna work." And he,
This time it's gonna work.
That
Okay.
would be so awesome if it works.
damn it!
He succeeds the save.
Oh.
It's a con save. Zombies are very good at
Yeah,
con
well.
saves.
Something really fun.
It's
All right,
worth a
it-
shot.
it
You're
wraps
also
up-
rolling very well.
Well, I didn't roll that. So this white almost like lasso snakes out of the wand and wraps up around him, and he starts and breaks loose, and then finally he stops, and he just looks, and he just sits down on the steps, and he just goes, "I give up. Please don't kill me."
Beast
And-
surrenders.
We will
bit
stop
Percy-
right there.
We'll have given everyone some good old.
Yeah, first he gave everyone some
Stems.
10 hit points. All right. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Whoops. We'll stop right there and pick up next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Mountain. Look forward to seeing people there. Remember, we will be streaming on Friday. We play MechWarrior 5 badly, and Monday's a grab bag.
Hey,
If I'm
some
being
of
honest
us
right
play
now, we're probably going to
more
play
badly
EverQuest.
than others.
Oh yeah, yeah. So Weedle's terrible, like really bad. But
I had high damage the last 2 battles we
you
did.
did actually have high damage the last 2 battles. It was, I don't even know what's
One
going
of them,
on.
I think he was even the highest, wasn't
I'm
he?
not positive that he wasn't just on camera and his son was playing for him. So I wouldn't rule it out. Okay, so Everybody tune in to the stream today. Thanks for watching. Look forward to seeing everyone next week. This will go up on YouTube tonight or tomorrow morning. And we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks.